Great to see everybody joining. And as you can see, there's no shortage of interesting coins. So, whoa, we get lucky with a always unique raid of about two people. Welcome. Yeah, again, super excited for today. And I'm realizing, of course, that I did not upload some of the cool coins, including, take a look at that, mint state gold. So let me just get that super quick. It's only like 20 more coins, but I had specifically pulled them a lot of really interesting Antiochian tetradrachms. So we want to get those uploaded for you all. Just give me 1 second here. And I'm pumped that all of you are joining. So actually, let's see. This should be pretty quick here. How are all of you doing, and are there any key items that you would like to have auction today is also a key topic for me. I have ideas as to what we could work with. What's going on, Peter? Hope you're doing well. We'll start with a sudden death Mongol Empire. Basically, the Mongol Empire after Genghis Khan splits into four different ones. Ilkhanate, I think it's like the Yuan Dynasty. Then there's some Turkic, and then there's the Golden Horde. So very nice medieval and has very clear script. In the past, these have sold in the teens comfortably. We'll see where this lands here. Mint Matter's going to scoop it for what I think is quite a good deal. And again, there's a lot of really cool types. It's been a while, so it's kind of the slab stands. Rushing Waters. What mailing address did you send them to? I don't think I have, but we have two different mailing addresses. I'm in California. The other guys are in Texas. By the way, this is a 100 Mon, large coin over 150 years old from Japan. Should have a ton more room there. We'll see. That one will go to Mr. Nick. Congratulations. And we'll also, these ones, this is another one where, maybe early in the day, we normally start those tempos to at like 12, 13. So it's not like I got ripped off. I think I paid like $8.70 or something on that specific one. In the past, I've gotten them cheaper. This is a Sadamana, a Skyphate cup-shaped coin from ancient India, modern-day India or Pakistan. Fairly rare and not super easy to acquire. Paid double digits on that one, so I think a great. Again, I'm going to try not to avoid too much of like here's what I paid for everything. We can also get back in the mix on some of our. Most of these are not going to, we start these at $32, but this one is going to be a biblical widow's mite, and maybe we can launch into some of the, you could say perhaps a little pricier types. We have ancient Britain. I'm just looking around at some of the different coins we've got here. We have some beautiful Roman coins. I haven't seen too many. You'd love to see any owls when I get a chance? Sure. This one's only at $30. I think that's a great place for that one to land with Find It. I have a couple of owls. Are you looking to spend like 189 on a more worn one? Are you looking to spend, 249 for a decent one? Most of the ones are going to be the mid-mass or the late, like the pie style ones. I should clarify. This one is pretty interesting. These bean money. These are all the larger beans. So we have been very successful starting them at $36. In the last auction, this is a full 6 grams. You see very clear Japanese characters on the front. Ricky Lag, I think. I have Shipwreck in the title. I think we have some Shipwreck coins, but not tons of them. We have one from a Sri Lankan Shipwreck. That would be about $379. That's going to be the Taj Mahal treasure. They appeared on Pawn Stars. I don't think my specific one, but there were a couple of different clumps that surfaced. This one's also a larger bean money, just I have in front of me. And so, yeah, curious on what level of owl you are looking for. We have some beautiful Romano-Gallic Empire coins as well. This one's even a touch larger at 7.33 grams. Very smooth bean. This would have gone in between the Japanese silver bu and the silver shoe. There's a ton of metals that I have prepped here, but let's try, maybe we'll just dollar start this one as well. Very clear reverse. I believe that that's going to be Virtus, but the front is fantastic. Victorinus, he only ruled for 2 years after Posthumous did, um, and just a beautiful, beautiful portrait. Right facing, clear beard, that radiate crown indicating the double denarius. 22 would be a fantastic price on it. I think we generally are going to be starting these at the least in the high 20s. There's also a good number of denarii. Um, Looking to upgrade. We have a couple, I think, down in Texas. I don't think I've got any. Don't think I've got any that would be perfect for you because I don't want to misadvise you. For example, this one is like a 219 if other people are looking for them. I think I paid bought it here from a guy in Kentucky. Let's see, 219. It's a nice looking owl. And then you can clearly see Athena on the front, but it's not in incredible condition. These things circulated very widely and wear down over time. 1/10 gold I don't have, but I would say, very, very solid owl for the type in terms of that price range offered. We also have like some kind of unique and interesting Byzantine coins. Here's a manual to Tartarin with the Christ. Oh shoot, did this not? Oh wait, we've got let's see. Here is a to Tartarin. Probably like a $34 start on this one, and I think it could bid a good touch higher. 3 to 400. Let me see. Shoot. What's the best owl I have here? I don't know that it's quite gonna get there for you. Because I would only want to sell it to you if I was really like, I think it's gonna crush it. That's where I kind of caveated the last one. Um, it's also interesting in that I would say, we have a little bit of it at grading right now. Not tons, but we do have some at grading. So I would look out for those as well. Here is a Class K anonymous phallus. That would probably be like a $39 start just because it's a little bit better of a type. But this is going to be 1085 to 1092, Class K with the Virgin Mary on the reverse and a slightly tougher to find type. So there you can see repatinated, but again, Jesus Christ on the front of that, staring right at us. Certainly an interesting type. And it looks like we have a smaller flame one that I probably knock a couple of dollars off. Oh, but the back is really nice. I'll still knock it down to 37. I could see, or 36. I could see. I don't want to be gouging anybody. What's going on, Nemesis? Let me know if there's any Gentons that catch your eye. I think that portrait is super clear. You can see the nimbate and you can see the ICXC equivalent on the front, more worn. But that reverse saved this one. Doing well. Had a great holiday season. Enjoyed celebrating Christmas and the New Year. Both very fun. And then here we have an Alexius to Tartarin, which I think this one's actually pretty good looking as well. So very, very clear portrait, globe in hand, interesting cross on the back. This was at a time where there was a little bit of, I would say, declining influence in terms of how the Byzantine strength was holding up. And let's see after that what we might find. That one will go to Tiffany. Are there any specific coins that people are after? Some people really, I think that these are nice. Maybe we'll start for 39. These Pontic Kingdom under their significant ruler Mithridates, the sixth, who is kind of one of at the nexus. It's got a great Medusa portrait on the front. And so, let's see. We also have some bigger coins if people are looking for those. We have Cleopatra today. We have a couple of her tetradrachms in like the 400 or 500 range. So just to call out. Let's see, Todd leading. And let's select this shipping profile here. Yeah, I mean, those are not going to be super cheap just because it's awesome to get that Horde, documentation. And so it's not like they're so replaceable, right? So I'm always super, and I don't know if it's the right way to sell those, but I've been very clear in the past that like on those, I'm looking to make 50%, my margin will be like 30% or high 20s after eBay maybe. Um, Here's one more of those nice with a great Medusa on the front of them. Dram or tetradram? Yeah, Rob the Cobb. I was saying I have some kind of pie style owls, but they're not that nice. And again, I'm not trying to undersell my stuff, but I would rather just, talk very openly about how I am looking at my inventory. But let me grab this WY 2308. We can run this, like, it's got a test cut. This one is probably, and then we'll do the Caius and Lucius. This is probably like a 249. I mean, I think it could bid higher from there. Certainly at shows I've been to, people want a lot more for a tetradrachm that looks like this. Very solid portrait of Athena as well on the front of it. And then let me see, I think WY2306. A beautiful flan, large owl. And then let's see, WY. I think these are like high 300s is about the price range that I'm comfortable with on them. Let me just confirm. This one has a nice appearing flan. Yeah, on this one, I would look to make about a high 20% profit margin by selling it for about $369. That's nice. I mean, it's in the British Museum recorded with a photo. Kilfrome Horde. Beautiful obverse. Yeah, no problem. But this is going to be right around the time of Christ's birth, from 2 BC to 4 AD, the first Roman emperor, and a very nice IPO looking. Again, I paid $238 for it. So fantastic collector item. Why don't we run one of these? It's funny, now these actually, the price of them has gone up for me a good bit as the silver price has gone up. Oh, maybe I have not. Did I not upload these? Dang. Well, I have a couple other ones, but we have some more boo for, I guess, later. Let's find a different one that we can dollar start. And we have a bunch more. But keep things fresh in terms of those dollar starts. Looks like maybe some of these have been even double uploaded. Nice looking. Yeah. I think that would make a lot of sense. BSU's Chasing Coins currently leading at $24. Tiny premium to silver on this one. Should run for good touch ahead, but some fantastic. Love getting people some great deals early. Always very fun. Congratulations. Let's see what else. WX531103. This one's kind of a unique Livonian confederation. It's not an area that you see coins sold from too often. This one's going to be Bishop of Dorpat under Dietrich the Fourth Wrestler. Nice appearing coin. Smaller silver from the early 1400s. Not, again, something that I've come across much in the past. So really fun to get those in. And yeah, let's find this WX 881303 if I can find it, which I think I can here. Oh, nice. Yeah, those mint matters. The past have bid up tons starting at, and sounds good, Germbra. Starting at that 18 level. We'll see how they do today. Very, very nice Western Han type. Sudden death, this one. Very pleasing appearance overall. Sounds good, Prater Shane. Good to see you, by the way. It's fun. I mean, I haven't auctioned in like a couple weeks. And so, Germ, let me find that one. It's 363. In a fine, that's going to cost about, I think I paid 65 for it. Let me just figure out exactly what I did. And after this, I think we'll do these two here. And then we will run the ancient British, and then we'll get to some of the great Seljuk types. And then we can try the Edward. Let me just confirm that I paid 65, in which case I probably want to start it for like $80 flat. I'm trying to make my $7. Actually, I kind of want to start for 84, but in this case, I'll start for what I just said, $80. Where did I put it? Yep, paid 65 for that. There's some VFs I paid 95 for that I would need to go up to 119 on. Sorry, last one here. This one is slightly more worn. And let me try to pull some more of these. Praetor Shane, can you tell me the specific? Because I want to say that there's 2 or 3 gold dinars from that group. I think this Edward one is going to end up being like a $79 coin or so. And sounds good, Rob. It's a little easier for me just because there's so many. If just in terms of how we normally do things, if you're able to tell me the graded ones, it's helpful to have the specific, to have both the title, because of just how I sort them. On the ungraded, they're all sorted by the number that's attached to them. So yeah, very interesting. Celtic, sure. Here's like the VF quality, which is going to be like 119, but we'll start with this one that Big Pappy is in the lead on. Ancient British is really cool. It's definitely not as common as a bunch of the other types that I've seen in the past. Let me run maybe the other 2 in fine, and then we can try some of the 119. Like this has a really nice reverse, and I could see this one definitely bidding a good bit higher. And so there's like a devolved Apollo. They were very stylistic, so you can see some outlines of horses, but it's cool to see the full stater. There's some quinary that we have. J-Men, those may have been my last ones, but we should have some ancient Chinese, and if not here, we have some down in our Texas sales. So if you bookmark our future shows, we should be around for them. Actually, I do see that, these are in better shape. I'm going to look for 119 again on these. Yeah, Durotriges is the tribe. Very solid. Sounds good, Myth. WY. I know there was another similar request that came through, so keep me updated. I think it was after the British, I did say I would do Seljuk coins. They're not super. I actually don't know exactly what the gold price is in them. Here's the next one. 274. I'm curious, like 60 to, and it's 60 to 20 BC. I'm curious what the. Okay, yeah, eBay comps seem to be a good touch higher. The cheapest is going to be, the cheapest you can buy one of these is 400 for an XF, or 300 for a fake old one, like a ancient 4A. I think that in terms of the immediately available price comps, these end up being fairly favorable. Rob the Cobb, yep. Thank you so much, and I want to make good. I know I had said I would do the Seljuk after, but I want to go ahead and find it. WW9312. So thanks for bearing with me on that one. 1242. Cool. Oh, that'll be fun. We'll dollar start that Napoleon when it comes up. Let's do the last of these. The last one of these that I have. This one is really nice looking, actually. I'm not going to start it for more. This is the last of the VF condition ones. Very nice eye appeal. And then I think we have 2 more in fine that will represent a good discount. We also have any Cobb coins? I don't think so. And BCL 063. I'm not. 6903. there's a good number of coins, just so you guys aren't frustrated here, that are like getting in the backlog. And then if people missed out and wanted these, trying to make my $7 a pop. Skippy Fix, it sounds good. I need to get the Great Seljuk coin up next, though. And Germbra, now there's a cup, not that there's too many. Rob the cup, AC 670402. Yup, that one is coming out. It's going to be quite a process, just so all of you guys, I level set in terms of expectations. Nice win for Tiffany. We can do the last one. It looks like somebody had a pre-bid on it. We'll do it for $1 less. And then we will move on to the Great Seljuk coins, which are not super inexpensive. I mean, it is. The only thing is that I don't know what the gold content is. It's going to be low. The person I bought them from speculates that it's like in the nice one. Those, no more of those Duratriges Stater in my inventory. Speculates that's pretty low. But let's see. I'm gonna offer these at well, I think they could bid up quite a nice touch after what's it called? Above 99, but we'll start it just for $99. Great Seljuks are the Turks. Very pleasing, super intricate design. You can see that gold coloration and fantastic detail in the Islamic script on this one. Under Sanjar with Aya al-Kursi as ruler, and we'll be hanging on to this one. Coronation medal. Let me try to pull. I know I said I would try this one. Let me just figure out what my cost is. It's funny, after I haven't sold in a long time, I need to kind of orient myself. This one is going to be paid $68 for it. I'm going to ask 89. It's not super easy to find this in this quality. Try and get my about $12 of profit. I think it's a very pleasing appearance for King Edward III. It's going to be a Type 4 coin. Very, very pretty. Next up, we'll do the Napoleonic example. And some of the other requests, the Calabrian, or not Calabrian, Tarentum, it might be Calabrian. One centesimi here of Napoleon. Exactly, Smallwood. You have a good memory. And so let me try to pull this coronation medal. That would be very fun, though. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of foreign exchange. Again, fantastic memory. Okay, that's cool. It's also kind of small and fun. I think $10 for that is also an awesome place to win it. Let me just... And then we'll do Calabria. This one I paid $30 for, so I want 39. Pretty simple switch on that one. WX59031. In the market for Domitian. I'm not sure if mine is Domitian. And is that, or maybe it's a slightly different. I think that one is going to be a different exact coin. Really cool, actually, like almost a papal coronation scene of sorts. We'll run this, then the Calabrian. These ones are $30 just in terms of how the market has moved on them. Nice, sharp, well-centered Japanese silver boo. And then where did the... Oh, there's that diable. Let me just check what I paid on the diable. I think I'm going to ask $40 for it. I think it's a pretty good looking coin. I think it could bid up, though, from there as well. It has on the back, it has like a lion, or what is that? I thought it was a lion. Yeah, strangling the Nemean lion, and then a very nice obverse head of Athena facing to the right. Mm, let's see. What else has been requested? Sounds good. Let me try it. We can do one more of the. Oh wait, but first we do have like 2 coins here. The Bready. I think this is a really good coin. We'll do it for $1 start, and we'll also get a giveaway on. Beautiful Brudium half unit, fantastic condition. I think so, Cornell. We have a bunch of Greek owls in like the 200 to 250 range pie style. Some of them have test cuts, but new style owl, we sold 2 in my last Whatnot auction. So I wish we had tons of them, but they normally sell pretty quick after. Mint the memento dollar. I think I took it off because I wasn't sure it was some kind of possibly better variety, and I wanted to be sure on it, and so I think I thought I took it off just so I could look at it for a little longer. But this one is going to go to Germbra. We have a nice mix. There's also, again, a bunch of nice graded types. That one looks pretty. A Trajan column. I'm not sure. I could pull a bunch of Trajan denarii. I paid 95 for the NGC fines. I'm not sure what the cheapest ones are. I was hoping to get. I bought them as part of a larger deal. I thought normally I would try to buy something that I would sell for 109 for a little cheaper than that. But I, in my kind of mind, like allocated some of that cost elsewhere. Not sure what you think of this one, but it is a very nice portrait of Trajan, who was a very popular ruler, really brought the Roman Empire to its largest. And I actually am going to sound like I would rather be educated than pretend to know something that I don't. I know that there's a bunch of different reverse types, but can you educate me as to what exactly a Trajan column is? Because I don't know. This one, it's fun. It has SPQR all over the back. Optimo Principis, and then Imperator Trajano Augustus. Oh, WX. What is this WX57? Sure. Sorry about that. And I know that there's some other ones that I might be forgetting too. Trajan's column on the reverse. I don't know that I have it. We also have some interesting other types of tetradrachms. All right, this one, yeah. What is WX5725? Did I? Oh, this was what we were talking about. Well, sudden death. This very nice. It has the position. These are very popular. Nice win for Skippy. Do I have more of those? Shoot. Well, we have these if people want them. I can try to upload them quickly. Let's try. We have some great Japanese bean money though as well, and we have more of the boo. So I'm open to really whatever. Let's try this. $13 in the past. The one I sold went for a good bit more. The gigantic wheel at Earl's Court is 284 feet in diameter and weighs about 900 tons. There are 40 cars each to carry 30 persons from the top of the wheel. About 300 feet. Windsor Castle is visible on the west. Very fun token. That one will go to Capers. And good to see you, Capers. Again, fantastic to have everybody back. This one's a quite nice looking bean money example with really clear. Yeah, we got lots of Roman slabs. They're probably starting in like the 27-ish range. A lot of Romano-Gallic coins. And I'm hoping to get some more on the way. So great to have all of you. And I think we'll do one more. We'll see if there's a little more appetite. But I think 36 is a really solid place to be there because these are not. I like it when things bit up a little bit. These are smaller. I mean, excuse me. These are not super small beans. They're not massive, but they're 7 grams. No more dumpster diving, not at all. Those I'm hope to never do that again. But if I throw out another $1,000 of medieval English coins, you can bet that I will be headed back to the dumpster. Any more tokens? There should be some tokens. I mean, what specific types are you kind of thinking of? These are, this to me appears to have been struck later than 1859, but it is beautiful French silver. We'll do the usual $49 start. Very solid amount of silver. I'm not even thought, what does this thing weigh? Smallwood Johnson going to be the first bidder. There is 21.73 grams of at least 90% in there. What is 1 gram of silver cost? JM Bullion is telling me that right now a gram of silver is $2.59, so that was below melt. Nice. Good win. I feel very good about that one. To get that to you. We'll do this one, though. We will probably bump it to about 52 or so. M. Emil. Oh, interesting. And so Dacian, I do have an interesting. Well, the Dacians, is that like modern day Romania? I'm not exactly sure where I would place that, but that would have been my kind of gut reaction. I've been trying to learn so much more. Like there's not as many like Dacian coins, I guess. This one is not going to be like a silver value play. I don't think. I mean, I can weigh it quickly. It was sold to me as silver, though. To be honest, maybe I should confirm that this is in fact silver. I mean, I'm going to hold off on this one. Excuse me. Just want to be careful. The other ones have nice stamps. It is also the new world in terms of silver being a big factor. Ghaznavid, I know I have some Ghaznavid coins. Why don't I just let you guys be the judge of the quality? They shouldn't be like super cheap, though. We have some, I think, yeah, I mean, only one way to truly establish a price, which is $1 start, but these are the nicer items of a large group of Mahmud broad dirhams minted in Nishapur. Skippy Fixit, can you tell me what is that that Chinese coin? This one is silver. I think somebody else requested it, and I felt bad because I thought I took it out. Caper's great win. So normally I start those Ghaznavid types at like 14 plus. So I'll offer this one, and this one is actually different looking strike. I need to take that out though. I apologize, Skippy. But I'll try to have it in the future as well. Let's try, but we have these great tetradrachms. It looks like there's some of Aspavarma. That I paid pretty solid for. These are in the name of the famous Indo-Scythian ruler Azes, and they're quite nice shape. So I tried to get a little bit better condition items here. Beautiful examples, and we do have some rare rulers. So I think I bought 3 of a bunch of, of 3 different rulers for later, but those other ones are going to be a lot pricier. Just beautiful horse on horseback. Copper Jettons, look for them. I think I have some, but I could be wrong about that. Emma Meal going to win that first one again. I think I have now 2 others. We'll try the next one. In 1,200 items, my guess is I have at least a little bit. There's the reverse in terms of those Copper Jettons. I'll try to get it priced for the next sale. Though again, I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. Always try to do my best not to have that be the case. All right, let's go and try this one for 74 bucks. Wish that the cert was there. A favorite coin of the night? I mean, I always I love the Horde types. Again, I had called it out, but if there's any issues, Tiffany, on the label's a little scratched up. Dacian stuff. This is probably the best thing that I have. This one is going to be priced at $3,000. I think it's actually pretty decent price. It's Thracian or Scythian, but it's in Kosan. It's the ruler is Kosan, so I think that he might have had some amount of reign there. This is now a tougher type, though. These are going to be Gondophares, Sazes, so these would be more like 109, no sudden death. A little bit. This is more Indo-Parthian, and very, very nice coins in better shape. That one was 3,000 bucks. I don't think we have Mark Antony, any of Mark Antony's denarii, unfortunately. And so we have a few of those, and then we also have, even a touch rarer than that, is in these Karashotes types that are 129. Very, very short period of reign. Rob the Cobb, let me check that out. I think Island of Rhodes. I don't think I have Rhodes stuff. Capers is going to be the first bidder on that one. Graded Japanese, no. I've always, I wish I had more of it, but no, I don't. And I did mention, I bought 3 of each, so I still have 2 more of these types. We'll cross fingers that they bid up a little bit more, but also just nice to be able to offer. A little bit rarer. 10 BC to 10 AD, right in Jesus' birth. Philip II of Macedon. If you type in Philip II, does anything come up? And those are nice type. It's the sort of thing that I just don't see too often. We do have some Owls of Arabia in a similar price range. There's one that this one has the nicer owl, I would say, on it, and actually a pretty clear reverse. This is a quarter unit. And I think that's going to be a 119 situation, at which point I would make about $15, a little less. Yeah, very nice owl quarter unit. There's the right-facing Athena. This would have been in like southern Arabia, modern day Saudi Arabia, or Yemen. Just pretty coin. And I guess we have one more, then we can do the Pamphylian Stater, which is not a cheap coin, I would call out. Let's see, 119 on this one as well. Actually, that one has a very nice obverse, so both of these, one has a nicer obverse, one has a nicer reverse. Non-slabbed Greek tetradrachm, don't have tons of those. Most of them I end up slabbing. I don't know why I didn't. This Wrestler Stater actually is pretty worn on the reverse. I think that one will go in a future offering. But fun to get started offering through some of that group. We also have, so let's try this one. I think I'm looking for like 169 or so on this guy. Again, a weaker portrait of 2 men wrestling on that side, and then a very nice Pamphylian slinger with a Very curious flan. You have the Triskelies there. Nice chunk of Greek. I wish I have. I think I have some nicer ones. Not available. I don't think I have any shekels. Cornell. Why don't we do? This is kind of cool, though. I will call out that I had the coin treated. If you can treat the coin and save it, there's this tiny speck of bronze disease. Let's and the story on it being from an American collection. All the other flips were dated between 1988 and 1992. This one did not come with a flip, but that's the situation on it. And a tiny speck of bronze disease I do want to call out. But outside of that, I mean, fantastic Ptolemaic Egyptian. Apparently, Ptolemy the Third irrigates. Oh, nice. Hopefully, the comment section. I can't reply to the comments on YouTube. Isn't causing too many problems. But again, calling out that little bit of bronze disease. But other than that, very nice Egyptian trihemiobal. Beautiful type. That one is going to go to, yeah, we have lots of Cleopatras. Nice dealer out here in California had some. Let's see what the cheapest on eBay is, and we'll undercut it. Unless there's maybe if somebody's selling fakes on eBay, then I'm not going to undercut a fake coin. But Cleopatra tetradrachms NGC. Cleopatra, let's make sure it's the 7th. That's the famous one, and this has a great reverse. Cheapest. Actually, I'm selling at $5.99. How interesting is that? So let's go with $4.49 on this one, and mine is a lot nicer than the one that I'm selling on eBay. So doubling up in terms of what I think are pretty good deals. 13th regnal year, 40 to 39 BC. Julius Caesar would have died shortly before. This is going to be lower percentage silver. I think it's about the silver of a denarius. BI is BI for billion, so lower than 50%. Yeah, we have lots of widow's mites. Let me pull maybe 3. Let's see. Yeah, let me find this WX. Oh, and there's some Celtic quinary that I think are quite nice as well. Is that one of those French? Yeah, I think it's not a super cheap. This one, okay, this one will be a little better deal because there's a mini hole in it. So we'll run it for 28, but the price for widow's mites $32 start. This one will be a slightly better deal. Julius Caesar elephant. Oh, this actually is pretty nice though. You have the anchor on one side, very clear, and the star on the other. Julius Caesar elephant. Type in Caesar, and you can check. I'm not sure exactly what we do and don't have today in Rob the Cobb. Let's see, 2401, 26. That does look like a nice coin. There. Oh, that one's nice because you have some of the Judean lettering on the outsides of it. And then let's put on another giveaway. Shannon gonna win that one. Oh yeah, I think I still do have that one. It's a little bit more worn, but it would be the cheapest compared to anything on eBay. So same situation there. If you're interested. An AC, yeah, the Lixus. I think maybe we're gonna offer that for like $39, the Mauritanian one. Yeah, sounds good. It may take a little while to show it off. You can actually though go up. You can go and look at the coin on ngc.com using their cert verification tool. You type it in and then I'll say error, and then you can navigate by looking at NGC ancients. So if you do NGC cert lookup, you can then type that in 8232249-001. It's a good tactic because I don't have the time to put all the photos ahead of listing things, but you can get the photos if you do that. Does that make sense? And what is that coin, Skippy? I know Wendy Reef, nice win. These are a woman who gives 2 of these lepton. Now, there is some scholarly debate as to if it's one of these or not, but it's commonly accepted that it is. Oh, the off-strike penny? Sure. Yeah, give me a second on that one. Um, let's see. In the meantime, we're going to do this W062303. And we will can always come back to the mites. 39 bucks start on this one. Very solid looking. Frenchie of the Chatel Tournois. And then we'll do the Lixus coin. We do have a good number of interesting graded and ungraded types. 39 bucks on a Mauritanian coin. There's a grape bunch on the one side and then a male head facing left. And let me see if I can pull this. I'm just not exactly sure where it is. Oh, there it is. Cool. We'll do an off-strike penny. Let's claw our way back here with some no start price types. Dollar start. Very nice off-center coin. You can see the super bunched up rim. Interesting little error penny. Kind of cool. I want to get more of the more of these errors. But not always extremely common. And then let's see, what about a nice looking Pontus? We can go back to offering some of these great mixed Greek coins. This one being, yeah, again, I think this is modern day Turkey, but it's going to be a Misos on the reverse with a very nice flan. We have some Christ phallus. We also just have some Byzantine type items. I don't know that AC. What is AC 2401, etc. Nice one for Astro. Here's a great Christ phallus. This one is going to be a 39 bucks start. Oh yeah, I think I tried that one. It went for 39. Maybe I was asking too much, but I don't want to come down from that. But I just tried it a moment ago and it didn't sell. Yeah, exactly, Cornell. That's why I wanted you to take a look at it. It is a mint state Kosan stater with fantastic eye appeal. Really cool coin. Let's try some. Why not, mix things up here and test out. Oh wow, there's actually a nice mix of coins. But let's do a Brandenburg Prussia 1/24 taler. I think it was something like high 500s. I think that's cheaper than anything that's on Julius Caesar, Denarius, NGC. Nice one for Germbra. Yeah, I mean, that's way cheaper than anything that's Holdered. Large Russian kopecks, we've got some of those. We definitely have them if people want to take a look. Why don't we do... oh, actually, okay. These are very, very cool. We have some nice Hoard find. They were buried, and these were treasure discovered in England. I paid, I think, 132, so I'm going to look for about 159 on them. URB Civil War Hoard, basically buried in 1643, found in fall 2016 by metal detectorists. 1,200 English silver coins buried that year, was right in between the royalists and the parliamentarians. And so these are going to have a lot more historical value just coming from that Civil War provenance. That XII referring to the 12 shillings. Philip I and Aurelian sounds good, PMB. Let's check it out. But we have this beautiful mix on the shillings. And then This one is a nice, this Memnon of Rhodes. That's also a good question as to what I should. Thanks, I appreciate it. I wish that I could lower the price on those. They're really, really fun. And then, yeah, let's do some Roman NGC. We also have some Horde find Romano Gallic. That's going to be a little bit cheaper. Let's just let this one go for $1. This thing is absolutely beautiful. Celtic Quinarius, but just magnificent. Take a look at that detail. Aedui tribe, horse design. They get conquered by Julius Caesar in about 52, approximately 50 BC. They stopped striking these coins. Just lovely. And it may take me, just because there are literally so many slabs, you may have to bear with me a little bit. Okay, my first guess was not horrible. I guessed as to where I thought the slabbed coins would be Aurelian, and we hit a Claudius double denarius. He was a short reigning ruler, 268 to 270, but a very solid pax on the reverse of this one with a T to the bottom, so quite pleasing. What do you want to pay on it, Rob? I'm not exactly sure where it should be priced. But yeah, very nice look, and that one will go to Cursed. The next one is interesting because it's a little unique. You can see Consecratio, which is referencing this would have been a unique coin in the sense that it was struck after his death. So instead of saying Claudio like emperor, here it just says Dio, but often it would also say Divo, D-I-V-O, Divo. It would say Divo, I think, on this side, Claudio on the other side. So struck in his wake, and then you have an eagle or a phoenix posthumous issue after his death. Alex the Great, I normally have some Alex the Great. I'm not sure. Oh, and I found the Aurelians. $27 start on these as well. This is going to be a Billen, basically low percentage silver. But Aurelian's a very famous military conqueror. He's going to have taken back, and you see Concordia very clearly on the reverse. Going to have taken back the Roman Empire from, to basically rein in the rebelling tribes in the Romano-Gallic, in the Gallic province. But don't have to offer those either. Let's see, maybe we can do this. Probus looks actually quite solid eye appeal. Yeah, very nice reverse as well. That's thought to mean 20 parts copper, 1 part silver. Restitutor orbis, or restit orbis. The nicest Aurelian. I think there was only one other one, right? Maybe there were two. Okay, actually, we'll do. This is kind of funny. This one's a nicer Aurelian, and then I have an Aurelian that's in a Probus holder, which I think that's kind of silly. But it is fully an error slab. But this is the Aurelian that is in a proper. Oh, that's an interesting Fortuna reverse. That could be slightly better. I'm not sure. The gold coin is a $3,000 Kosan Stater in mint state. But yeah, nice Fortune reverse. And then this is kind of cool again because NGC, fantastic company, but here this is fully an Aurelian coin that has been misholdered as Probus. So some NGC fun novelty. Again, you can see Aurelian. Very clear detail, XXIS in the bottom. Awesome company and kind of a fun novelty. Sure. Let's make sure that nobody's popped up. Kosan Stater NGC. You can buy an 8. What's the cheapest MS that you can currently get? You can get Choice 8. There's a mint state for 3,100 on eBay. 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5. Mine's opposite, but I would say that the detail, the faces on mine are way nicer. Maybe we could do 28.99 and see what happens. Fantastic coin. No sudden death, 30 seconds. Beautiful mint state gold. Lovely eagle on the reverse. I mean, the luster is crazy. Cheaper than anything on eBay. Cosign so clearly underneath of it. Yeah, very, very pretty. Sounds good, Dave. It does take me, don't be offended if it takes me a really long time, because we have a fun YouTube channel, but we get so many messages from people who watch the YouTube and just try to reach out to us, so we'll do our best. You can also email me treasure@treasuretown.com if I don't respond there after a little while. Let's try another Byzantine Christ phallus. And Malbry, it's very helpful on those if you do both the skew and the name of the coin, just so that I can try to locate it quickly. But 045, I think I can grab. Is that a Marcus Aurelius coin? It is. We have some wholesale lined up in the $100 range, so we sold a couple of these cheap in Texas. This is going to be a about a 115 item. And I feel bad saying that. I need to remind the guys, but it's one of those things where I'm open to selling it right around the wholesale. Like we sold a bunch for like 105 recently. I think I have one other today. Actually, and I have some nicer condition ones. I do have nicer condition ones, but again, the price is going to jump a lot just because there's good eBay comps. Oh yeah, and Palaic, I should call out that the error label on that one is that I sent all those into grade, and they were really frustrating because I paid for full grades, and that one just did not get graded. This one I would say is a nicer portrait, so I'm going to ask $4 more for it. This is on the cheaper end of our Marcus denarii for today. We have a fine standing soldier cactus in the lead. Higher grade, cool. Yeah, let me find this. There it is, the Macrinus. It's probably like a 119. But that is the error that's on it, if that makes sense. That there's no. It's a very pretty looking coin. And Macrinus is a better ruler. Rules for a year along with the sun-dyed Dumenian. I think we have a really solid mix of Syrophoenician tetradrachms. Some different interesting rulers. And then, let's see. This one has light graffito on there, but this one thankfully did get graded. I think we'd ask like 119 on it. Anything from Joseon? I don't think we have any of those. Very, very solid. Very nice portrait, I would call out as well. Just pleasing look. Minted in modern day Antioch, ancient Syria. And then, let's see. Oh, Spenny, WY2004. What is that coin? This has to have a good bit of silver in there today. It's been plugged, but we'll just do $1 start and keep requesting items. Obviously, mine has been Holden plugged, but the silver value in this is 33.63 in melt. So $33 a silver, call it. It's interesting because I have some silver in inventory, but like I'm basically probably not going to buy more silver coins. 1889. Is that a dragon? Which were you referring to? And obviously a different situation here. This one is pretty worn. It is 1821, excuse me. That's bad advice. That's very bad advice, Skippy. Doing a lot of currency now, more stable. Yeah, that makes sense, Mel. If you ever need bulk knot geld, let us know. We have a couple people that buy it. This one is like has the same amount of silver in it. I mean, theoretically, it's like $30 of silver or something. 33.63. Let me weigh this thing though, relative to what it should weigh. It's 13. Okay, it's like $30 of silver, and it's 200 years old. King George the Fourth, I believe. Oh, that one's an awesome coin, Palaic. Can you follow up with? I think it's AE06, right? I inventoried it at like 3 a.m. last night. Oh, actually, no, maybe it's not. I'm not sure what that skew is. Just makes it way easier for me to go and find. Then here's a half crown in 50% silver, which is probably like $19 of silver. Let me get. That's a guess, though. Let me tell you. $18.18 of silver in this one. Sounds good, Tiffany. I'm tempted to just do $1 start on that one. It's a really, really cool coin. Again, $18 of silver in this guy. So currently at way less than half of spot of melt. $18 in silver. Maybe it's less than half of silver. Maybe I'll do some start prices just to keep it reasonable, and the auction continue to go. Yeah, but Palaic, let me know in terms of what the skew that you're matching that with is, and we'll do this Ptolemaic coin, this AE35. This should be a very popular type. Next up, nice mint matters. Let's see, this one, $003 start. We'll give it 30 seconds, and this one should go crazy. Big hockey puck of a Ptolemaic Kingdom NGC, the 5 out of 5 strike. A little bit of paint on the surfaces, but you see the beautiful double eagle facing left. Basileus very clearly laid out to the right. And obviously about less than 35% or 30% of what I paid at the moment. I think it perfect. Thanks, Palaic. We may be in for a long one here as this guy continues to head up. Currently only at $65. I'm gonna pull that AD coin, but I think my guess is we got at least another 3 or 4 bids, if not much more. AD 03. Congrats to Tiffany. I think that's a real solid pickup, Tiffany. Nice win. Very good outcome. Magnus Maximus Siliqua. This one is discovered as the Kolkirk Horde. There is a flan crack, but Magnus Maximus is not going to be a ruler you get to easily find. Then we'll do a bunch of asses and maybe Dupandi and Sesterci. There again is that flan crack that you can see, but very solid looking left facing portrait there. Magnus Maximus is going to be this is number 221 of the Horde, minted at Trier, I think in modern day France. Sharp coin. And I think this was the Palaic request. Yeah, this one's so cool. Dollar start this guy. The secular games, basically, Rome is founded in 753 BC. And so 1,000 years later is 247, and they have this fantastic games and a bunch of coinage struck in that year 1000 of Rome. It's amazing how long it stuck around. And yeah, let me try to find that, Julia Maya. Thanks for the call out. Deal Enjoyer, I'm not gonna be able to get any more of them. So it's a tricky thing. Maybe we could let me check if I could maybe meet at 159. Um, but man, I love Horde coins. Yeah, I mean, I could do 159. I feel bad feeling like I'm squeezing you. It's not the intention. Totally get if it's a little too pricey. Um, but it's the sort of thing that I think eventually somebody wants a Magnus Maximus. It's got that flan crack though on it. AD 8807. Nice win. Congrats. Let's see. I think I was going to try this one in front of it. I can't tell if this is Bronze Disease or not. And then Spenny will get that one. I think it might be Bronze Disease, but it's cool because it's this Altar of Lugdunum, Rome at Og. It could definitely benefit from a nice cleaning. This would have been Augustus Caesar on the front of the coin. Definitely a better type. Not something, I've never sold one of these Altar of Lugdunum before. I think there you can see like some gates basically. And so Roy Carr, that one will go to Roy. And then let's try this one. AD 8807, Alexander the Great unit. Beautiful, from the J.C. Scherf collection, who I think he is, not exactly sure who that is. I don't think it adds much value, but the coin itself is really nice. I think J.C. Scherf is a very nice coin. I've bought a coin from a guy named C. like Cody Scherf. So I think the guy is nice. I'm just saying, like, it's not like it's some super famous collection that was from the 1800s or something like that. That one will go to Luke D. Lukes. Let's see. What other items could we try? Oh, these are kind of fun. These are going to be Persian script, but down in Mahe. I purchased these for $48. I'll try it for $49. Fairly rare Indian type. We have some nice Indian, but this is like French India, which is an interesting period of colonization. We also have some other Indian rupees that are a little chunkier. Persian script type. Very, very neat. In nice condition and not something that I've seen plentifully available anywhere else. Nice win for Luke D. Lukes. And this is an example of, like, I had tried to sell some at 55 and hadn't had tons of luck. But they're so old, right? They're like 295 years old. They're still in very nice lustrous shape. Sure, but like, let me find it. Beautiful, beautiful type. And we have a lot of we have some other French India types. Again, I do want to call out, I'd rather have happy customers that know what they're getting. And I said I would do it at 159 before, so I'm not going to gouge. There is that flan crack, but the coin is pretty intact. Nice looking item. Magnus Maximus the Ruler, minted in Trier. And siliquai themselves are fairly sought after. I mean, they're not very common denominations. There was far less silver being coined in the 4th century within Rome. It was really the denarii for so long, but by this point they'd kind of cycled out. We have some less, I paid a little over 100 on these. I could sell this one for, say, 139. This one is going to be an Arcadius example with a very intact flan. And just again, Colkirk, forget exactly, somewhere in England it was found by a metal detectorist, and they detailed the full details of the Horde. So I'm trying to think if I have any other emperors. This one is Arcadius. I think I have an Honorius as well. If people are trying to, fill out their selection of types. This was struck in Milan, a silver siliqua of Honorius with a great reverse type and a very clear obverse portrait as well. Nice silver. Coin 185 of the Horde. Super, super pretty. And also would be curious if there's more bidding competition. Let's see. This one is a touch cheaper. This is going to be Honorius as well. Again, basically what happens in England, which is so awesome, is that when a metal detectorist finds something, they'll put in a bunch of resources to fully documenting all the details of the Horde. And then, you're able to date an archaeological site or just a field or just figure out any big significant components of it. So beautiful, coin 92. Very solid looking Honorius siliqua. Looks like we have a Constantius as well. That's maybe a touch pricier. But I'll still offer it. This one's going to be struck in Arles, 154. It has the beautiful votive reverse type. Votis, 30 years. Multis, 40 years. Constant, and Pecon must have meant Arles somehow. And then a very solid obverse. That one will go to Malbury as well. And then this one I paid a bunch more for. Maybe the nicest one of the group. This one would be like 179. Very pretty. And then, they've got some awesome coins. I wish we had that legacy of having 2,000-year-old coins pop up. But there's a couple more of those if people would like them. I also, I don't want to forget, just because these Hordes are so interesting, and I have them advertised in the title. This one is going to be found in fall 2016. I paid again 132, a little bit more than 132 for these coins. Beautiful. This one is facing to the left, 12 shillings, or 12 pennies, or a shilling. During the Civil War, this was buried, which it went, Charles reigns until 1649, but based off of when these coins are found, this would have been struck before 1643. Tell me what the skew of the Queen Elizabeth groat is. We also have, though, I do want to call out, and there's some of our, we have some nice coins. Dang, I'm just looking through here. We also have some beautiful. Let's look at what the cheapest examples are on eBay of the South Petherton Horde. South Petherton Horde NGC. I see some for $99 with $6 delivery. In a little nicer shape. The cheapest VF is going to be $131. I was thinking of offering these at $64. These were found by the metal detectorist George Hughes in 2013. Beautiful, beautiful type. And it has Virtus on the reverse, but fantastic portrait. Just very pleased with these. I think it was a mix of coins. The only coins I've been able to get my hands on, the only ruler has been Victorinus. But there were it's in the description, but there were 7,564 coins discovered as part of it. That one is going to be, I believe, I would have said Pax, but I'm not sure exactly who that is. Solid appearance on the front as well, and we can come back to those. But very, very cool. We could mix in. I have some more Byzantine files. There's some Seleucid stuff. Yeah, let's see what we've got here. 168. Oh no, 0149. This one is going to have a nice elephant on the reverse, so probably a $39 start. A serrated bottle cap type coin, a little bit repatinated, but yeah, I mean, I'll keep you updated. I'm trying to think if there's other hordes. I wish I could sell the British ones cheaper from the Urby Horde. Exactly. Get it. Put it in a container so it can be the Malbury. That one will go to Tiffany. Let's see, this one, Alexander Zabinus. It's a curious obverse. I haven't really seen it. Start it for 36. We have a Legate Quintilius Verus as well. But yeah, almost has these like two little fireworks. Not sure exactly what's going on. Be Anonymous, good to see you. Lunata as well. And Tiffany leading on that one. This one, repatinated. I've sold some of these for quite a bit. It's going to be right around the time of the birth of Christ in 5 to 4 BC, because I think Jesus was likely born a little bit before 0 Anno Domini, from what scholars believe. So nice Antiochian type. That's awesome, Lunata. I'm so happy to hear that. There's so much learning that you can do within. This one is interesting. It looks like some kind of mule because on the back you have this. This is the class B. This though looks like class A. And so I would only start this for $30 because it's a pretty small flan, but it's really interesting in that you have Christ's portrait, but they didn't strike it that strong. Whereas on this side, it was struck with a lot of strength, and the flan wore down a ton over time. So you have this very unique Christ phallus in quite an interesting way. Be Anonymous will start, and I think at $30, that's it's a very solid outcome. Let's see, are there any other? Okay, I see a nice mix. And then we also have like some of the better types. Let's see, this is a Antioch under Domitian, which is you can see it's an interesting type, a little ancient. Oh, that's a great portrait of Tyche on the reverse. I wish I had seen that before I started. Garippa, I'm pleased about that. Yeah, very nice Tyche. That's a pagan goddess. On this 1st century bronze. Nice win. Let's do, and then the Bosporus is not like super budget, as you could have probably imagined. This is a Claudius coin. Let's do $1 start. It should be pretty expensive. This is going to be Phrygia. Look at how nice the detail in Claudius's face is. Just beautiful. And let me go hunting for that one. AD 2401. Oh wow, yeah, that's a nice look. That one's expensive though. It's pretty pricey. I will warn you. And then let me try and find this. Can you tell me the Garippa one, what the skew is on it, please? Nice win for Tiffany. And then, let's see. I've accidentally, this is not a BC coin, but I think I accidentally put BC instead of AD on it. But this one is like 139. Very, very pretty Valentinian. Siliqua. Yeah, ancient coins are super addicting. They're very fun. We'll see where this one lands if it goes for the start. Perfect. AG 2029. We will be there very shortly. I wanted to run this interesting Carian Vespasia coin, Sidramus, just for time's sake. Interesting Roman provincial with good eye appeal. We'll start it at 39. Like go from there. It looks like some kind of standing Athena altar or something. Very, very cool coin. Super pretty. And then some of these Bosporan types, probably, well, tell me if you, I'm hoping that they do bid up more in like higher than $50. Not super common. A very interesting like altar and tons of lettering on the reverse of that. This is different from the one you had mentioned, I think, or maybe it's the same one, but very curious. It's the same ruler that strikes. This has such a large flan though, and it has this really cool altar on the back, so I'm surprised, but we'll see. $49 here. Ancient Horde, let's see. AD 2604. Sure. Yeah, let's try it out. Probably like a $79 start or so. And Hart Georgeman, yeah. WX390809 has been requested. I just pulled it up. And we'll try this one as well. Super good eye appeal. In this example, no worries if you pass on it, but the bow is beautiful. It's going to be a 59 start. Seth Gel will quickly get in there. Beautiful bow. AD 2604 will be our next one. The Eku is going to be like a 99 start. Seth Gel, nice win. Very pleasant looking coin. Caracalla tetradrachms. Seth Gel will start on it. I think it's very pleasing. We also have some similar graded ones. But, I mean, it's crazy that now this is like, less than double the silver price. Like, the silver price has been totally bonkers, as all of you are aware, which is honestly nice because it means a bunch of coins that I sold to people are now worth way more than what they paid. But this still has premium to silver. And it's tricky because you can always get within, call it like 90% if you have a good refiner. That'll send stuff to the smelter. Yeah, I know so much silver is being smelted right now. Couldn't do it, Hart. I'm firm on this one. It's just like kind of a crazy time from that perspective. Thanks for looking though. It's always fun to show that kind of material. Here's a nice looking mite Spanish. Yeah, I mean, I made the auction list a while ago, so if you type in Spain, then you'll likely, and here's a biblical widow's mite. Pruda of Alexander Jannaeus. There's the pointed star. One more time, I'm going to scoop that one. Maybe we'll do... This one is not quite as nice looking, but it still is... it's a solid looking coin. Oh, we did a dollar start. Well, it's still a graded Pruda, and we'll sell it for wherever it goes. We have some nice Roman denarii, though. It looks like the cheapest Sabina denarius in VF is like $150. I was thinking on mine of asking like 124. And mine I think is really nice. I only bought one of these from the dealer I got it from, but fantastic and beautiful. Strike Concordia, clear as day on the reverse. What do I sell my cash coins? Well, we have a bunch of cash coming in. Like you're talking about Chinese cash coins, I assume. Indies. I'm not exactly sure. What's going on, Jay Dizzle? Thanks for popping by. I had a great New Year's. Spent it with family, my wife's family. This year, I spent Christmas with my family, so it was really just special time. It was great. Malbry, I'm well aware. Maybe we'll go head to head. I think it's what? Yeah, not long from now. No, it's just great to be able to spend that time with family. 109 the start on these Trajan fine coins. Oh, yeah. That's I guess I think I still do have those. I hadn't realized that I am still making that offer. This is a very solid looking Trajan SPQR collection denarius. Yeah, I mean Judean is interesting because there's a bunch of the widow's mites are very, very common. Like I just had somebody sell me 400 of them. A good friend of mine from New York, and it's interesting how cheap those are, and then you have coins that are a tiny bit rarer and they sell for way more. Here's the last of these fine condition Trajan denarii. And then we do have it. There's a pretty good jump in terms of what the prices look like. Like, let me just go on eBay and look up Trajan denarius NGCVF. I wouldn't be surprised if Treasure Town's the cheapest. Okay, no, there's a terrible. I should, in case it's one of you, I'm not going to call it terrible, but it's not a good looking coin. VF Flan Flaw for 150. But then the next, the cheapest is us at 190. This coin I bought with a quicker flip time horizon, so I would try it for 149, which I actually think is pretty sharp. AE 2001. Sure, that's a $3,000 or $2,900 coin vault. Let me show it off quick. This is going to talk about the fifth consul, Pater Patriae. We also have a nice choice VF Marcus Aurelius denarius that I should call out. $28.99. Beautiful mint state gold piece. Kosan. There's some on eBay for a little more expensive, but I think ours is nicer. There's some on eBay for like $150 more. So pretty. Beautiful. If I was at a show, I could sell it cash for whatever, $2,600, but let's see. What's the cheapest Marcus Aurelius denarius doing in a VF, not even including choice VF? Maybe people are selling them for cheap, but no, the cheapest I can see a regular VF for $375. Two of them for $375. This one's also as Caesar. Why don't we offer this one for 329, 339, 329? Can still make a couple bucks at 329. So why don't I offer it there? Hadrian, it's probably going to be similar, like 159 on a VF. XF could be a little pricier, but let me see where they are. I think I only have one Hadrian. Do I even have an XF Hadrian? I didn't realize that I'd brought one if I did. Liam Sweeney going to be the current lead bidder, but I do think this could bid higher. Oh, it won't. All right. I'll just go with that start. Congrats. Let me make sure it's not like, let's see what the reverse looks like. Ooh, Africa reverse in VF. That's a pretty, okay, sorry. I think this might be a little pricier. What do you guys think is fair? Hadrian Denarius NGC VF. The cheapest one on eBay you can buy from me for 150, but like this one's way nicer. You think this is a $500 coin? I gotta give a better deal than that. Or do you actually think it's a $500 coin? Maybe it is. 250 to 300. I think I'll only because it's a reverse I really do recognize. I think I'm gonna do it at a little bit towards the bottom of that range at 269. Super interesting. Africa. Widow's Mite. Yeah, we got some nice Widow's Mites. We have regular for 32. Super cool. Sometimes I get lucky and people don't buy it. And then we also have VF condition for whatever is a little cheaper than what's on eBay. Widow's Mite. Let's serve it up. Yeah, I can see a couple of, in my opinion, worse Widow's Mites for like 99 bucks. I think mine would be like 89, but mine are a lot nicer than the ones that are on for more expensive. And I do feel quite confident in that. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Very, very pretty Hasmonean King's Pruda. Here's the prior one. Yeah, very nice. Centimos and the pesetas. Peseta, I'm probably going to want like 5 or 10% above whatever the silver price is after my fees, so call it like 15% ahead. I just, I want to be honest with you, even though it feels like that could be a little pricey. That's just like where I'm at with it. This one is also very solid. Very well struck. Of course, Vin, VF, and Hasmonean Kings. Sudden death, though, so there can be a little bit of strategic last-second bidding on these ones. And then we have one of the similar style to the prior. Also, I don't want to drown you guys in Pruda. But let me try to find the XF Hadrian, because that one might be a little cheaper than the other one. Or maybe like very similar if it's not a rare reverse type. Which I don't think it is, actually. Yeah, here's the Hadrian. Oh, it is a better reverse type, though. Salus Og. Super cool looking. What's the cheapest? Hadrian, Denarius, and then we'll do some inexpensive ones again. Like, $30, $35 start ones. I mean, there's one on eBay that looks worse for $290. I mean, maybe I'll try this one at $249. If you're just looking for XF, it's a price that is really, really tough to beat. Maybe $259. Raw Augustus denarii. I think those are going to be like, well, they are from a documented with the British Museum Hoard. So they're in the high 300s. It's like 369, I think. They're like $19, Cal. Beautiful Sal Augustus. And then why not, for a cheaper example, why don't we do this for like $79? It should bid up a little bit from there, but maybe it doesn't even get a bid. You never know. Yeah, I feel bad, Brian. It's I'm on those ones. I'm paying like 240 to 300 for them, so I want to try to make like 30% if it's from a Horde. That's so well documented. Really interesting history. But yeah, I mean, here's one of those South Petherton ones. So interesting. Maybe we do 59. Start. Oh no, I hit the. This again was discovered by a metal detectorist who found 7,564 coins. Beautiful Romano-Gallic type. And then what would be some other potential items of interest? Let me know. I'm excited to try and basically figure it out for you, get you the coins you're interested in. So do not hesitate to mention. And there's so many, even non-ancients as well. So I do want to call that out. Also, do you want to see some of those opposite Durhams at a mere $19 start price? I would say that's a pretty low. Oh, that's cool. Here's BC silver, also in the cheaper range, about $34 for a Celtic quinarius of what I believe is the Aedui tribe. A Claudius denarius? No, those are like really, really expensive though. Claudius, there was very little coinage. Yeah, wish I did. It's awesome that you're in the market for one. That's a little bit out of my wheelhouse. Someday. Okay, this one has a hole in it, but it is a Class I anonymous phallus, pretty well sought after. No, sorry about that, Hart. That one I was pretty firm at that $99 level. Has Jesus Christ clearly on the front. About 950-year-old coin. There's the cross on the back. So I some of the stuff I have a little room on, but that Eku is 100% firm. At least for a good little while in front of us. I don't want to make an oath that I would never sell it for less. We can do maybe one more, then maybe we could even shift away from some of the. Well, we can do graded to the extent that people are interested in it. Here's another one of the nice Gorgon types. Yes, Jesse. So the way it works in terms of, oh, sorry about that, RS, I missed it. Yes, you can get them here, but I'm in California, so those are based out of our Texas headquarters. If you pop into, I wouldn't do it with Gabe, but if Isaiah is running a show, which I believe he'll do some later, we can almost always discount, like, you know, like for shipping or something. We do free shipping, but it'll be cheaper to lump it in here. We can generally discount like 1 or 2% on fee differential, and then it really depends on the specifics of the coin. There's definitely some stuff that we have on eBay that's overpriced. I don't want to make me sound bad. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's also stuff on there that's pretty competitive. It's cool. I mean, we've had the eBay going for a little over a year pretty strongly. Nice Salus reverse, by the way, with a snake. And we've been noticing, like, there is a lot of stuff that just sits for 12 months, but then it sells at full price. But it's pretty, we know you, so it's pretty likely that you can get a couple bucks off on most of it. But I don't know if that makes sense. I don't want you to think that there is like a blank check that everything's discounted 30% or something like that. Not that you were saying you did, but yeah, just let us know if you have stuff that you have your eye on. I can tell you, like, if I think it's reasonable. We'll do some no sudden death. This is a Commodus Denarius. He was the ruler after Marcus Aurelius, and they are certainly tricky, Tiffany. Provincia. That one. We've got a mix. This is a nice. Sounds good. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I always tell. I wish Whatnot would be chill about talking about the Bay, but I think they are, because in this case we're trying to figure out how to sell them over here. It might be like, if it's not a massive order, it's also just generally most efficient. I'm just gonna, for time's sake, start these at $60, so I think they'll achieve that. Yeah, if it's like $300 of coins, it's probably better to do it on Whatnot, anyways. And I can then reply all to Isaiah, and then we can have him pull the stuff. And it might also be like I say, oh, that coin we can take, this one we don't want. Whatever. I should be able to get to that by the end of the weekend, but probably late tomorrow night, because I always take 24 hours off of coins. Very, very interesting and pretty reverse, like almost some kind of angelic reverse, and kind of a cool patina. I'll say I'm a fan of that coin for sure. But maybe no bids. And then this one also kind of cool. Looks cool. A Commodus. Then we'll maybe pivot to, why not some Islamic coins? It's been a little while because I've tried tons. Isn't that interesting? It's like double military standard, and it's I don't know what's typed out below. Something like ONC. Not exactly sure. A very cool type. All right. Fun to offer those. Let's jump in. AD 7602. And yeah, sounds good, Jay Dizzle. Oh, you know what? I don't think that I actually have. I think all of them are going to be the EG ones. I don't think I still have that coin in my possession, unfortunately. But we do have Anonymous Falls. New by Fly. Fairly attractive. From the Harun al-Rashid, ruler of the Abbasid Caliphate. They're going to come in after the Rashidun Caliphate, and then they're a long period of, they reigned through like 1250s, I think. Honorius, which for the Kolkirk Horde, Melbury. If you're still looking, I can look into it. Gabe Down, what's going on? I'm always down to run it. Just let me know. I forget which ruler it's going to be. There's one that's a little bit cheaper because it's in a little trickier condition. Maybe there's one that's a little better as well. I forget all the details. This one has nice eye appeal. 1200-year-old dirhams, though, minted in Madinat al-Salam, and I think that's a pretty fair price. Doesn't always mean a coin sells, though. Let's see. Some other interesting types. Here we want to at least start these. I don't think that that's Bronze Disease. You guys be the judge. But this is an Augustus Caesar coin. Super clear Sonatus Consulto on the back. Let me just look to see what we have in terms of Honorius. Oh yeah, we do. Are you looking for? It looks like there's 5, but there's like 3 from the Kolkirk, which is what I assume you'd be looking for. I think they range from like 125 to then a little bit more expensive. This one, again, tiny little bit of green in the field, and oh yeah, there's a little bit on the back. This is a nice looking coin, though. Could be a little bit of stable seeming green incrustation, but Optimo Principe, very, very clear with great relief. Sounds good, Astro K. Let me find those. Thanks. I think they're like $30 a pop on the 5 Kopek side. I do want to quickly get, just because these were not requested, I'll just show you them quickly. I do want to just reference also what I paid. Okay, so this one is Arcadius. This is 149. This is going to be Honorius. This one is going to be, it's a little wavy flan in the bottom, 139. This one is 125. This one is the nicest with a great reverse, is 189. So if you're interested in any of them, I can just quickly get that going. That was the two. Was that the one that was for 125? I'll have it up. Apologize. Okay, sounds good. Let me pull that after this. Elizabeth Petrovna, 5 kopeck type. 125. Would not be shocked if that got a couple of bids higher. We'll see. And WX 46 0802. Congrats. We'll do another one of those shortly. Here is a 125 silver siliqua of Honorius, found in Colkirk by a metal detectorist. I want to say it was like 200 something, 300 something silver solidi from the Roman Empire. But it's cool because solidi are tougher to find by a long shot relative to the denarius denomination. Whoa, this one's nice. We'll do this for a $13 start. Very, very pretty. 1731. And then we'll do a couple more of the 5 kopecks as well. Very pleasing eye peel. 1735 Polushka. And then let's get back in the mix on those big chunky 5 kopecks. The Augustus, which was are you referring to the cheap one, or I have some like expensive ones from a documented Horde, the Kilfrome Horde. Chilfrome, cheap. I've got some cheap, larger, and these, I think this is maybe the first year of Catherine the Second, or Catherine the Great. I did not have that one. I think I have some other Byzantine, but I think that they're all the later classes. I think I'm gonna get a shipment in, I think, from Isaiah with some couple more of the but we're running low on Byzantine Christ Phallus. But yeah, are you interested in any of the other classes? That's nice. Well struck up. 1769 hockey puck coin. Let's find. I don't know what happened there. I apologize. In terms of how those, I think we have 2 more of these 5 kopecks. We also have some German porcelain, which could be interesting. We have some nice silver. Got a lot of cool types. This might be 66. I'm not 100% sure. You want to see the porcelain? Awesome. Yeah, the porcelain's, I think, pretty nice. And the big ones are like 24-ish. There's some that might be like $20, which could be cool. Last of, I think, these 5 kopecks, unless I'm missing some. 66. Nice type on this end. Let's try Smallwood. Gonna land that one. Nice win. probably like a 34 start on something like this. I think that because I'd like them ideally to bid higher. We'll see though. Class I anonymous phallus. Very solid patina. Or, there's good detail basically. Actually a good number of different interesting Byzantine types. Try this one for 36. Let's find maybe another giveaway to toss on. AG 507. Yeah, let's pull it. Actually, where did it go? What is that coin? Is it one of these? Yeah, it is. Nice. No bids on that one. Here's a Class F, which is definitely a tougher coin to find. Probably like a 39 start, just not to be too aggressive. There's the reverse. And then, let's see. Class D. Dang. I'll have to tell him, I'll have to ask him what's been going on. This one looks like pretty good eye appeal. Christ phallus. Class I could see that bidding up a bunch, which it does. Sometimes I think it would be fun to have. I don't really use like does anybody ever put bets on Polymarket here? I saw an ad for them and I was like, huh, that's interesting. I'm not going to because I try to avoid gambling any more than I do when I make a crazy coin buy. But I always thought that it would be kind of interesting to have like if I would be able to somehow predict what the coins would sell for, to see how good my estimations are. I'm just trying to, I think $30 for this Christ phallus is a real solid price. Any really, really old England? What does that mean? Does that mean like 1300s? I think that's about the earliest that I go. J Dizzle out in front on that one. Let's see. Here's a very worn. Actually, no, this is the nice one. I forgot about it. It's got a great Virgin Mary with both eyes. Clearly, it's repatinated, but it's a very cool coin. Much later Byzantine type. Dang, congrats. We also have some nice Lampsacos Janiform heads, old Greek silver. That's something people are interested in. Oh, with a very nice Athena on the back. I think it's like a $59 coin. Tri-hemiobal, so a little less than an obol, a little more than a... But isn't that interesting? Like, I've never seen that such a clear mark on the bulbous head of Athena. Really, really interesting. This one being in a fine condition. It's a nice coin. Seth Gel gonna win that one. These I had maybe for a touch cheaper in the 49 range. Hey, Jane Marie! Having a fun auction. We're right at an hour 54. Yeah, but keep me updated in terms of what you guys are looking for. EG. Yeah, sounds good, Brianna. That one's a little pricey. It's a good pick, though. This last one, also nice Janiform look. Let me try to price this coin. Because I bet I'm curious what a Claudius tetradrachm NGC on eBay is not going to be it. I mean, there's just nothing. Maybe I should have put a little more effort into pricing it properly. Yeah, I should have some more Augustus, but they're not. So here are, yeah, these are the expensive ones. And then in terms of the cheapos, I think it's just mixed like 1st century. Let me try to do a quick look into this coin, see if I can get any because Claudius tetradrachms are not common. This one's pretty worn, as you can see. But like if let me look in terms of, all the ones that I see, I think are like the ones with Nero, because Nero puts Claudius on some of his. Claudius is the ruler before Nero. And then there's like, a true Claudius. Maybe I think I might need. I'm very sorry. I need to properly price this because I can't tell if it's like how pricey of item. We'll do some other Claudius though in the meantime. Why don't? Speaking of, we'll do it dollar start as a sorry. Some stable green incrustation. I think that's what that's referring to. I don't know if that's bronze disease, but you can see Claudius really clearly on this back. Let me try it. Sorry for being frustrating, Brianna. Let's see. And sorry for going slow a little bit here in terms of some of my wording, or not wording, my auction pace. Let's see. Also, this one could be a nice repatinated Laodicea under Antonius Pius with a nice portrait of Tyche on the reverse. 24mm bronze coin. This one for Tiffany. What about this one? Is a little less of a cheapo, probably like a 74 Bithynia half siglos with a cow, 340 to 320 BC, a nice ink-use punch on the reverse. Did you see some of the denarii on the right? Were those? Remind me what you mean by denarii on the right. Were those the one that I showed a moment ago? They're pretty expensive. That's why I want to caution ahead of time. They're like high 300s. Let's see. We could run. Here are some Antoninus Pius denarii that I think look pretty nice. $55 start or so, maybe. Oh, the lowest owl? Sure. Let me try to find them. This one looks like TRPOT. Antoninus Pius going to be one of the middle 5 good emperors. You got Trajan, Hadrian, Antoninus Pius, Marcus Aurelius. I guess before him is Nerva. When we do have 2 Lucilla ones too, which is great. Well, why don't we take some of these and just gonna pull some of them back in here. That one's nice looking. This one, let's just dollar start it, which could be fun. VF Augustus. I don't have anything VF Augustus graded in silver. Maybe I have some other ones, but not at that level. Oh, we have some nice Byzantine stuff. That's this one should have a bunch of room to keep crushing it. Class F, though potentially misattributed, but I don't know that looks. Maybe I don't think that that's Class D. Honestly, couldn't tell you exactly what it is, but yeah, my actual full name I think it's gonna be like 369 at the cheapest. They're from the Chilfrom Horde. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. But yeah, we have a really cool Constantine the Seventh bronze that will run after this one. You might have missed a provincial. Oh, Brian, there was a Claudius Tet that I held back. This one's a nice looking Constantine the Seventh Porphyrogenitos Phallus or bronze from the 913 to 959 range. Should be pretty popular. We'll see where that one lands. And we have a slightly pricier Nicephorus. Just interesting and not super common. Nicephorus is going to be a little pricier, about 36. Has a great reverse as well. And it looks like it's been overstruck on something. I'm not sure. I didn't do the time to figure out what the undertype is going to be. Some of my Alexandrian coins. I don't have tons of Alexandrian, Dave. Let me see what I have. It looks like there's maybe huh. I'm not finding them that well. Let me see. I apologize. 0456. Maybe I misuploaded it. I know that there's at least one coin. I think I have one coin like this, a Hadrian tetradrachm. But I don't have tons of Alexandrian stuff. Yeah, not sure exactly what the price should be there, but pretty coin. Let's see. I know that people were asking about some of the Russian and Swedish stuff. Yeah, I think it's solid. 1758. I have some nice Hadrian denarii. And then germ, let's see, EG 2024 041 047. Let's see. Oh yeah, Kings of Commagene. That's kind of fun. The Hadrian denarii we have a really nice one that has the portrait of Africa on the reverse. I want to call out. Super nice. So that one, I tried at 269. Nobody bought it. I'll try it again. I think I'll probably just sit on it at that price though, because it's pretty tough to find. You can see it very clearly spelled out, Africa. In NGC. VF, very pretty type. And just, I think it's a good one. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see some bids coming in on it. I was very surprised it didn't get bids earlier. Nice type. Congratulations, Cody. Then we also have this Tetricus. Why don't we do a dollar star on it? Be curious where it lands. This one, it looks like maybe Laetitia. The other one, the Hadrian tetradrachm, I think is I think it's an expensive coin. Let me check. But I'll look into it. Hadrian. Like, I don't want to ask too much, you know what I mean, for it, but I think with a nice eagle like that, I was thinking like 199 or so. Um, and then, yeah, very pretty. I'm not sure what regnal year it's going to be, but just a pretty looking coin overall. WW87, yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, those would be fun. Congrats on that win. The Alexandrian coins are really beautiful often. I'm a big fan of them, but wish they were more available. Why don't we dollar start this one just for fun? J-Dog, I don't have any more of those Hadrian tetradrachms. This one is like a very pretty promissory halfpenny. Should be, bid up pretty quick. Oh, what's going on, Boardwalk? I totally missed it. Sorry about that. Hopefully you haven't left. Hope you guys are having a happy new year. Fun to be back. Um, you know, back at it. First auction of the new year. How are you guys doing? Oh wow, that's gonna be a whirlwind. I assume. I mean, everybody who I talk to always says it is super worth it. Like, forget about the fun of meeting people. That every time they go to a show, it like financially is super viable. Did you guys, I assume, brought a good amount of inventory down there? I just like because then I think like, okay, well maybe I could have done 2 or 3 whatnot sales, and then we have to take off some time in the week because I don't want to be cranking people too much. Um, you know, again, notwithstanding which, I would love to see a bunch of people. That's awesome. Find it. Yeah, like I also worry about like security risks. Like I'm sure people have been tricky about stealing stuff. Here's a nice looking King George. Apparently these are like slightly nicer. Types 1829, very good looking Britannia farthing. Um, were there any particularly good buys or um, anything? Yeah, any good buys that you were really happy with, or was it more of a selling show, or how would you describe? Mm, that doesn't surprise me. I would think it might be better for like making relationships, maybe, but I don't think I've ever walked away from a show being like, "Wow, I got a really good deal on stuff." I have walked away from a show with new friends that I get better deals on later. Have you guys thought about eBay Live? I was thinking I might try to. Oh, going to twist my arm. No, I get that it's a big thing when you have family and everything. 7 gram bean money from Japan. Mm. We also have some interesting Afghani types. Um, these are of the Duranis. Pretty chunky. I don't even know what the silver content of them are, but they're very pretty. Any Spanish? I should have some Spanish somewhere. If you type in Spain, can you tell me the SKU of what pops up? I might try eBay Live this year. Yeah, I mean, I just am not that familiar. Seems less engaging. I mean, I think that's part of what makes it like so fun. Honestly, is that it's a great chat over here. I do like the idea of being diversified across a couple different streams. Um, okay, interesting. Are there? Yeah, I'm curious if you have any big disadvantage. I mean, maybe I'll skip it too. I saw there's on the ancient side. There's like this platform called L5 Numis that popped up. we might try to auction a little bit on, just to try some dollar start, because there's such like I think one thing I'd love to do too is find a couple more people to sell some coins wholesale to. I'm not sure, Smallwood. I think I would definitely not just go to eBay. Um, and it's the sort of thing that also I get a little confused by why they would be too protective, because I would think that you'd want just people's business to do well. Naylor, I have a little bit of gold. We're actually getting in some Byzantine gold solidi, all NGC graded, um, to Texas. That should be hitting next week. They're going to be like probably starting in like the $900 to $1,100 range. But that will be really fun. I have one gold stater of Kosan. Very chunky little silver coin there. Here's the gold stater. It's just a beautiful coin. I was in New York over break and visited a dealer who I picked this up from. eBay was at the fund pushing the live auctions. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, none of what you guys are saying encourages me to try it out. They're really pretty. It's the first one that I've handled. I think it's the first gold stater of any denomination. I generally stick with cheaper ancient coins, but it was a pretty exciting deal, I thought, and I was like, oh, why not? I'll roll the die. This one's kind of a fun one. Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, guys, Boardwalk, definitely follow leading world coin dealer based out of Connecticut. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that. I want to show you some awesome Horde coins from the URB Civil War Horde. There are different shillings that were based on the archaeological evidence, would have been struck prior to 1643 or prior. So we have a couple of different Horde coins today. We have South Petherton. We sold a bunch of Colkirk Horde silver siliquai. We have, let's see, I'm not sure. I think that there was at least one or two others, but thought these were fun. I paid, I think, £100 for them when the pound was a little bit cheaper. So I have a 190, 132 into them. So I've been trying to get 159 on these guys, but they were found in 2016 by Metal Detectorist, and there were about 1,200 English silver coins, all buried 1643 as the royalists were fighting the parliamentarians. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, I basically don't bring. I wouldn't. I mean, I basically have stopped. I should be in the show notes. If it's not, that's my fault. But just with the customs, like I don't really know how the customs works in other countries too. So we're not really shipping any coins. But we buy all our coins in America if they're with MOUs. Let's see. This one is a nice Elagabalus denarius. I think 49 is a decent. Oh, interesting. Elagabalus denarius. Pretty looking coin. It's interesting too how there's different like the Romano-Gallic, the South Petherton Horde that we'll sell from is British. I bought a great hoard of coins from Belgium that had been worked up in the 70s by a museum there. So it's fully documented. It's at NGC right now. But it's a really fantastic mix. It was excavations, and after they got the archaeological evidence, nice that they were able to offer them for sale. Let's see, we got a couple nice. The Spanish coin we'll try for sure. Why don't we might be able to dollar start it. Let's see. Yeah, well, why not dollar start? Let me just pull some of these back. Spain. Oh wait, I did want to try the South Petherton. This one's such a nice looking example. This one's an XF though, so price does go up a considerable bit to 79. Beautiful. This they found 7,564 of these. It's a $39 coin on that Byzantine type. John is going to win that one. We can run it, but yeah, this one was found along with 7,564 coins by George Hughes, a metal detectorist, back in 2013. And they range from 193, so there's that year of 5 emperors. I just sold. Do I have more 5 kopecks? Oh, maybe I do have 2. I thought I had sold all the 5 kopecks. No, it looks like I have 2 left. They start for $30. Beautiful. No, I don't think I have. Well, type in Augustus and see what I have. Let's see. I only have a couple more. That's a beautiful Pax reverse type there. Pax Og, and then yeah, magnificent type. Victorinus, who ruled for 2 years. What's going on, double A? Oh, and then we have the Spanish one. This is repatented Christ Phallus. Sounds good. Well, I've got those. I still have to do the peseta coin. A 1 peseta type. Oh, got some snipers. Here we have dollar start, sudden death, 1869 peseta. Astro K. Nice win. Way below melt. Pretty good. I probably do, as a result, have to, going forward, protect the prices on any world silver. Yeah, that had like $11 of silver in it. Sudden death. We got 2 more of these. 5 kopecks. Sure. Jasher. Well, I think these are the last. Oh, and people had mentioned some interest in a porcelain from Germany. Oh man, maybe none of this porcelain has been uploaded. What? That's crazy. Is there no porcelain? There's only like, I guess 2 or 3 of these have been uploaded. That's a shame. These are a little bit more pricey too because these are huge. $30 starts. Assyrian? I don't think so. I'm not sure that they made coins, or maybe are you talking about like Babylonian? This would be 1922 metals, 50 millimeters in diameter. Let's see though. I kind of want. I feel like we should have. I might be able to upload them. Congrats to Astro. We have. Oh, this one is very interesting. Christ and 3 crosses, or not? Yeah, baby. I think it's actually Mother Mary. Huge. Oh yeah, maybe I did not upload these well. 298 up through about 333 would be my guess. Are the owls in front of me? They're not that far from me. Let me find them. Actually, maybe they are. Let's see. In the meantime, we'll run some boo. WY0206. We have these and some bean money. 30 bucks. Let me find some owls here. Would be fun to run. I think all the owls are like in the. There's maybe 1 or 2 pretty worn ones for like 189, 199. We should be. I think there's also though. This is not trying to throw people under the bus. There's a little bit of a delay in terms of when we get them in and when they're inventoried. So I know we have a bunch in Texas. And then we should be getting some more of like the pearl, some beautiful pearl money, pearl tokens, mother of pearl tokens. But yeah, SK, let me find. I've got one nice owl that's like a 229er. I'll run it right after this. This one's nice and shiny. The tag says what the coin is. Yeah, those pearl tokens are really fun. This one is like a 219 start. Very intact, no test cut owl. Very pretty. Decent detail, but like really the standout part is that gray owl. We'll see how high this one bids up. A Siglos. Do I have more Siglos? Maybe tell me what the skew is if I have them. They're not super easy to come across either. Oh, nice, Luke. That's awesome. Smallwood gonna win that one. I'd mentioned that there's some like this one is gonna be, if you're just looking, because it's got a good bit of corrosion. The back is actually pretty decent though. That's where at the end of the day, in terms of what I paid too, I'll lose like a couple bucks at 189 if I try to get them where they bid up. You can see most of the detail though in Athena. But like a very interesting oblong flan. Thank you. No, I try to just always stay on the lookout for a good deal. And then see how much of the deal I could pass along while obviously not losing money. And making it all work. Here, this one's 239. It has a test cut, but the flan is quite nice. Very centered owl. There's a right-facing, good portrait of Athena. Athena is almost all on the flan, so I could see that one going a little bit higher. And then again, very clear owl portrait. A decent one with okay details on front and back. Let's see what else I have. Nice win for Jarrett. This one, I think the details are on the front. Back looks pretty solid to me. That's probably the last one was test cut though. This one has a little bit of like scratches in the field, so maybe we can do 239 on this one. But wouldn't be shocked if it bids higher. New by Fly. Nice win. Oh, that's cool. Do I have any more owls? I think I have one more. Maybe? No, I think just one after this. Thanks, David. Yeah, I mean, there's a nice friend of mine from Kentucky. He offered some of these to me, so took him up on it. This one's a little like some of that corrosion, but then the detail on the front is pretty good, and the detail on the back at the end of the day is pretty good as well. So we'll discount it a bit from the prior, but I don't think 209 is an offensive price on the last one of these. And again, a pretty good obverse there. I have gold. I do have some gold, and a very clear AOE, last of the day, ATE, theta, which makes sense in terms of being an Athenian owl. There's the golden back. Somebody wanted some Japanese bean money. Oh, that one's a really chunky one. So those, we have some that are going to be a little cheaper. This one has to stay at like 49 bucks. I mean, it's 13 grams of Japanese bean money with a beautiful surface as well. But again, I do have some that are like, even one that's like a $29 one, but we'll see. Would I take 190 for that owl? Would you meet at 199? I can tell you what I paid for it. AD 92. I paid 185 for it. So but I bought it to kind of get a relationship with the guy, and the other ones, some of the I paid individual. So that's the prior ones I sold for like 239. I paid like 200 for. 199. Yeah, I can do that, and then I will be honest. My hope is that somebody's going to jump in, and we'll go at 199, not 200. So it's a little in your favor, but we'll see if somebody jumps in to scoop it up at the prior price or a couple dollars under. Again, you can see that there's the corrosion, but again, like the front looks pretty good. Chunky silver coin. Then we were gonna do something else. What was it? Let's see. Nice. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good price at that level, at least. I don't even know. It's so funny coming back to these because I'm like, what do all these cost these days? 1911 Japan, 50 sen. Okay, melts. Google says 1861, but the last time that Google said that, then when I opened up NGC, it was a lot more, or not a lot more. I think I would ask 24 bucks for this coin. Some Meiji, late Meiji. Yeah, $20.78 a melt inside this guy. Oh, cheap Augusta. That's funny. Let's see what. Oh, we have some very, very nice Thai show this time. Chop marked? No, but I have a bunch going to NGC that is chop marked. And let me know if there's anything else. I mean, I still have a ton of stuff that I've not touched today, so. There's a lot of 1700s copper. If you just do a little search around. This one's 1871, excuse me, so a little larger coin. It's cleaned, but earlier type. Mint matters. And then we have some nice looking (1907E). I think it's got a decent bit of silver in there. 90% in good shape too, which is cool. Silver in there is going to be in the teens, 12.85. So actually not in the teens by 15 cents. Dang. All right, I'll do a couple more, but these are firmly like, and they're nice uncirculated, like $18 starts. Very pretty. Yeah, EJ, sounds good. Thanks for popping by the way. Let me tell you, I think it's probably like a $44 start or so. I feel bad with being the silver police here, but when there is that melt differential, just changes things up a little bit. $18. Then we'll do WY 1339.01. Oh, that's so pretty. So flashy. Yeah, $40 on this Umayyad Wasset mint. Let's orient that properly. There's the other side. There's the Wasset mint mark on the bottom. Pretty solid script. Oh, we do have some also less expensive. Why don't we even dollar start it? Typically fairly popular. We have a bull Apollodotus bronze and a tripod on the reverse. There's the tripod fairly clear. There's the bull with the horns and the body. Pretty solid. 80 to 65 BC. Should get a bunch more bids here. We'll see where it lands exactly. I think that's a pretty solid place to buy that. I brought a couple of others. I would run some, but I'm gonna ask. I guess on that one, that's pretty worn. Okay, maybe not. I was gonna ask like 19. You can see the bull though on it, which is kind of nice. It's pretty clear, but I think these may not have been in the best shape. The gravy in the lead, Indo-Greek. Oh, the gravy! I got some cool coins. It's been a while, in that you might appreciate. That's literally what I was gonna think. All right, let me pop over there. This one is a little bit better looking. This is more the condition I thought most of them were. We have that clear bull, but yeah, we have French India. I paid 45 a coin on those gravy, so I'm gonna run them at $55. And I've sold like many of them at this stage. WX42, I think they're over here. Capers gonna win that one. French Indian Arcot. These are Ahmad Shah Bahadur. We also have Persian script French India. Super pretty. Man, that's a really nice example. Not all of them are this nice. Fantastic with that lovely style. I'm gonna guess that these are gonna be popular. Once we sold 17 of these in a row, all starting at 55. Pretty coin. Oh, sounds good, Indoor. Keep asking about it, please. Some of the large bronze medals, sure. 6312, 25. May take a little while to get there. No outbids on that one. Interesting. Let's try the next one. Of course. But yeah, and it looks like there's one more of those Indo-Greek ones. I have a little bit more on the bean money side. I actually do have a good bit more. I have a bunch. They're like 36 starts. But we also have interesting I have a nice mix of, I would say, like Indian, Indo-Scythian, Indo-Parthian across the board today that I brought. We have some new stuff. We sold out of all of our Aspavarma Tets earlier. It's funny, it's been a while since I've auctioned, and my voice is not used to talking for so much, so it gets dry. That's very funny. Let's see. This one's a nice looking example. When one of them doesn't sell, we'll shift to different, but some really pretty good eye appeal ones here. Super, super nice. Very flashy. Reflective surfaces, super pretty. All right, that one's not going to go. I did want to try this, and yeah, we'll get the other gravy request next. Then we'll do some. Okay, this one is unfortunately a little worse shape, I would say, but it should be at least $14, I would guess. You can see the bull very clearly, and then 39, 14. Oh yeah, interesting rupee. We have a bunch of cool rupees down in Texas as well. Then we should also do the Arctikids of Mardin. Big Pappy is going to win that one. This one is not as expensive as the prior type, Princely State of Product Bar. I'm going to ask 29 for it, no problem. It's a Shah of London type, which is kind of interesting. Very, very chunky. Could see a little bidding war for sure with this example. I forget if I have any of the Rollicon types. This is interesting. So there's some green deposits, but they don't look active at all. They're interesting because you often don't see coins. This is more Turkic, but Hussam Aldin Uluk Arslan. Julius Soamius sounds good, Tiffany. Let me pull it up. Beautiful type. 718104. Why am I not seeing that immediately here? I did also want to try, and I know there's a couple, but I don't know if I've shown these to Gravy. These I paid, but I haven't. They haven't sold as easily as I thought. I sold one earlier today for $49. Mahe Mint. I paid 48 for them, but I've had them in my inventory for a while, so I'm kind of just offering them at this stage. 132403, absolutely. These are French India 1/5 rupees or fanons. And then right here we've got 207. Maybe I'll offer one more if people want it. Let's get a giveaway, by the way. Yes, Endor. I'm going to get to that after. I'm. It's kind of silly, but I've been a little upset. Those coins have sold really poorly for me the last times I've tried them, and so I want to make sure. With all the demand on different, there's if whoever was the underbidder on the prior, it's the same type. Sounds good. AG 300202. Let me pull that. Oh yeah, those are some beautiful Sadavahana types. Those were bidding in the 60s, which was a lot higher than I honestly had predicted them to go. We can do more of the fanons. I do want to mix up if people would like. Yeah, a Rollicon type, as I had referenced. This one's a little cheaper, about $27. Nice silver, chunky silver feel to it. Do I have more 5 kopecks? I can't seem to see them. Oh, I actually do. They're way back there. Okay. Let me pull those. I know there's some bean money interest. Please forgive me. I just want to cycle through. This is a little tougher shape. We'll offer it for 24 bucks. We have 5 kopecks, yeah. And then we'll do actually I'm not sure on the silver content though if I should raise the price. I'm not sure. AD 3002 32. Yeah, we'll try some of these. These I generally will start for not that high, I don't think. Well, let's do a prettier one than that one. Like this coin. Take a look at this. No sudden death. Just dollar start. We'll see where it lands. Reverse. Take a look at that absolutely magnificent obverse. Just beautiful. 5 kopecks in the back. Just magnificent type. Proud elephant standing. It's the nicest of the 3 that we have by a good bit. I'm going to try to offer the other 2, but this one is like the nicest of them. So pretty. Congrats. This one is like a 29 start, and then the other one is like a 19 start. Sudden death these, and then because we have to get to the 5 kopecks, there's also more Indian. There's also interesting, again, Indo-Parthian, Indo-Scythian, Bactrian. Not a single crown. Tough. No, let me know if there is, but we have a long wish list in front of us that we have to get through. That one will go to capers. And this one, you can see the elephant and you can see the tusk, but it's just a little tougher of a coin. Below what I paid. Again, you can see that tusk going up and then the clear lettering above. And then we'll do the 2 5 kopecks, and then we have the world, so the Italian 1 lire in the traditional style. Oh, that's a really pretty type, actually. The condition on these is a little bit better. Interesting. 1781. Nice looking 5 kopek. Also very good detail. Oh, and that's interesting. It has like a little bit of its flan is actually coming up. It's flaking off. That's really cool. Flaky flan, 1779, 5 kopek. We'll do these 2, and then I think there's some other nice. Again, we'll shift over into different Indian coins than what we've shown. Let's try this for 14 bucks. WY05. Let's see what that coin is. Oh, is it maybe some of the Mughal Rajas of Baglana? I think that might be what that is. Oh no, these are really pretty. These are a little pricier though. Similar to the prior. We also have some Sikh, but those are like $89. These are from the Saharanpur mint. And they're in quite nice shape. I have 3 of them in my inventory. Very pretty. This is in the name of Shah Alam II of the Maratha Confederacy. Congrats to John. Any Jettons? Yeah, we should have some. If you look through, let me know what you're most interested in. And yeah, very, very nice example. We have one more left in my inventory. Somebody would like my last Saharanpur sharp looking rupee. Very nice. Lustrous coin. And then I'm also seeing the Sikh coin from 1784. Fairly rare. I've sold a few of them. They're like $89. Coin bezels for chains? No, I don't. It'd be cool if I knew about them. These are very interesting, but again, a little bit pricier just in terms of their rarity. I paid $75 for these, so I want to make my couple of bucks on them. Sold out of the last batch and bought a couple more. Sounds good. Yeah, we'll try that. UA. I did want to first try this, and let me just confirm. Yeah, I paid $85 on these, so I want to get $109. These are Indo-Parthian tetradrachms. Really cool. VF condition. Very solid reverse as well. Good detail in the reverse. Early to mid 1st century AD in terms of the dating. Again, we sold the Aspavarma ones. We already sold one of the Karshothis. Gonda. Yeah. We have 2 more of these in my inventory. I'll offer both of them if people want them both. But not a common type to find. And then we have, we have the Karahostes type as well. And we said 260, I think. 263. Oh, nice. Yeah. These are very inexpensive, like $7. Now, that doesn't mean that they end at $7, but I'm not going to charge more than I need to. If I can make $3 on it, if it bids up a little bit, that works for me. Nice one for John. I have one other. This one's actually got pretty good eye appeal too. There's the stylized human standing in the middle of it. Nice one for capers. Let's see, this is going to be a 129 start. This is Indo-Scythians from 10 BC to 10 AD under Azes the first or second in his name. Struck potentially under Karahostes. Super interesting. Tiffany, if there's anything you'd like, please keep me updated as well. Oh yeah, where is that? Does it have a I promise that I did look for it. I need to actually. I think I know the coin that we're talking about. I'll run the last of these in my inventory for the time being. Beautiful. We sold the other 2. The one just now at 129. Here's the last of them. But where did I put it? Because it can't be nowhere. Oh, you know what? I think I put them out in front. Wait, Philip. No. Okay, now I'm getting frustrated. I'd really like to find this, and I apologize because I want to sell it. Lucilla 104 8557918. Oh, you know what? It might be there it is. What's the cheapest Selenius on eBay? There's also some cool Sasanian stuff, by the way. I want to get it well back of that. NGC VF, so Amius Denarius. Lowest that I can see is going to be, all right, let's do like 89 on this one. I think that's actually quite a good discount. 84, why not 80, why not 79 just to see? I like getting multiple bids. AE 17.9 sounds good. Yep, we have the Indo-Parthian. That's that 109 coin. And on the back of this one, it looks like Venus is on the reverse. Tiffany will win that one. I think we have, yeah, very interesting Indo-Parthian type. Not be shocked to see some other people jump in. Pretty and large coin. Adrian is going to be at 114. Biblical slabs? Yeah, I mean, I have some of the Widow's Mites coins. They start at 32 bucks. Whoa, this one's really nice. It's the last of them in my inventory. 109 start. This side is maybe a little more worn. This one's right facing. An Abbasid Durham, sure. I have nicer biblical, which starts at 89, or the more worn, just regular Widow's Mites at 32. I'll run a couple of each. Nice win for Tiffany. 32, Sudden Death has Anchor Star. There's the anchor, very clear. Biblical Widow's Mite on the label. Very fun. Gravy in the lead. Struck under Alexander Janaeus. We'll run one more of these, and then we'll try some of the VF condition. This one, you can see the star on that side pretty clearly, which is nice. And then we'll do earlier I sold one of the VFs for 98. Buys a lot. Yeah, I mean, I try to not take too much. Like on these ones, I thought it was a really good deal that I got at 65. So normally when it's 65, that means I'll start for like 79 or 84. In this example, I think the coin is really nice, so I'm asking 89. I'm open with my pricing, but yeah, I mean, I have the no grade ones are 32 bucks all day long. Yeah, it's pretty. And then I think I have one more VF at 89. And then we'll have some of those Abbasid Durhams that were requested. Yeah, Pontius Pilate, I just paid 70 bucks for some Pontius Pilate, so that's not a cheap type. And the ones I paid for were not like super pretty. Yeah, this one was that biblical Widow's Mite type. These are not biblical coins, but these are the golden ages of the Abbasid Caliphate, which would have been a strong Islamic caliphate. Pretty and lustrous. Would not be shocked to see those get some solid bids. No, I don't. I think it's likely that the tribute penny would have been a Tiberius coin. We have some Augustus coins, which would have been struck in that time and could have easily. I don't know actually if in the Bible they make specific rest. I think it was just like a denarius of the time, but it could have been very likely that the circulating type would have been an Augustus coin. But those are pricey. And like those, I was telling people in terms of that was I think another good deal that I got. But I'm asking a good bit for them because they were found in a hoard in England. Endure Forever sounds good. What is that coin? Sounds good. I will do the AC request next. I also had a couple of these Sasanian. This one is at the Vekhavad Mint. $44 start. Oh yeah, sounds good. I paid to grade those ones, so they're probably like $34 starts or something. It is the best date for the dimes. But very nice Sasanian dram in a good shape. AC 6701. Let's see what that coin is. Oh yeah, that's cool. And then yeah, we'll do the Canadian ones. I don't think this was super cheap. Let me just tell you, I'm going to try to make $5 on it. Oh, okay, I paid $30.63 for it, so we'll start it for $39. No worries if it's a little too pricey. I have some other cheaper Tibetan types. This is Gandan Fodrang. Some of Bulgarian, sure. Can you tell me, please, what the skew is on those? I also kind of want to try out some capers. Gonna take that one. 39 bucks. Very pretty. Better date. I bought a little group of them. A little cache. We can run the other two as well. And then South America, I'm not sure if I do, feel free to look through, and if I have some, just let me know and I can try and pull them quick. Let's see. Here's the Judean. We have some nice. Did I run? No, I wanted to. Oh, no. It was WX1506, I think. I think $39 really not too bad on a Bulgarian coin with Jesus looking right at us. Jesus, you can see his face. He's standing with his arms outstretched. There's Ivan and Alexander on the reverse. Always pleasing type. That one will go to Deal Enjoyer. Let's see, next up will be another Christ Grosjean. I'll probably be gone, or not gone, but end the stream in like 30 minutes, I would say, maybe a little sooner, kind of depends how things flow. Lucilla denarii are not the most common. She would have been alongside Marcus Aurelius. I think on the back is Vesta there. $59. Yeah, Demonier, I think I'm really all over the place. Gotta get those alerts on. I was thinking actually I might be able to start doing like text message alerts for people, but I just want to be careful not to spam. But I don't think I would be that spammy about them, if that makes sense. Here's the other Lucilla I brought too. Looks like I can't tell exactly what's in her hand. Very, very cool. Not as common of a ruler or empress. Somebody who is ruling alongside. And then let's see, here is going to be a Septimius Severus. He, after there was that year of 5 emperors, this is a pretty good eye appeal example. It's got nice cornucopia, very sharp, his beard coming through quite strong there. Good eye appeal, I would say. Next one's really good eye appeal. We have a good slate, I would say, of items here. but the gravy in the lead. That one will go for 71. Then let's see, right here we have $59 start. It looks like Part Max that could have been talking about some of their wins over Parthia, which would be really interesting. I'm not sure if that's exactly what we're working with there, but kind of a fun call out. And again, he was ruling to establish the Severan dynasty. Here's a Gordian double denarius. These are a little less. Oh, but it's a cool reverse. It's the Mars reverse. Shoot, so I maybe would have normally protected it because it's slightly more worn, but it's a double denarius, so it's a silver coin that claimed to be 2 times the denarius price. It's got a nice Mars reverse. We've also got a this one would be back up to $55, but Philip the Arab, a little less common of a ruler. I think it's Fortuna Max seated on the throne. Philip the First, 244 to 249. And then let me put some of these back here. We also have some Commodus. Commodus, famous ruler. He was Marcus Aurelius's son, and he was kind of a lunatic. So very popular type and ruler. Pretty good shape as well, and it's interesting. It's grabbing 2 military standards. I'm not sure what's on the underside of that, but fairly well desired ruler. So always fun to be able to offer. Here's another Commodus with nice eye appeal. Sounds good, gravy. Let me find what that WY1131 is. Oh, Carts of Herat. Those are interesting types. This one has a cool winged inscribing shield reverse type. Carts are a little pricier though. Those are like 24. They're kind of large coins from modern day Afghanistan. And then we also have some of the ancient Indian Satamana coins, which are of Taxila Skyphate cup-shaped examples. Very large, or not very, but pretty large as you can see. Carts of Herat of Muiz Aldin Pir Hussein. Always interesting. Let's do maybe one more giveaway. Okay, surprised that those didn't bid up. Normally try to stretch them a little beyond there, so I'm going to hold off on some of those in the immediate. Let's see. Oh yeah, these are the Rajas of Baglana. Do a dollar start one, but nice little chunky Mughal name of strikes of Akbar the Great, struck posthumously by the Raja of Baglana between 1600 and 1800. Interesting example. I'll run maybe one more of them, but this one I would start at right where we left off, $15. Yes, I have 2 left. Seth Gel. And then, yeah, I mean, curious what else, because we have tons of coins. We have a lot of the Japanese bean money, if that is appealing for people. We have some great silver denarii that have grades attached to them. So, some nice, a little more expensive, but like some coins of Trajan. Looks like we have another Commodus as well. Nice win for the gravy. 159 VF. That's the cheapest on eBay by a good bit. Beats anything there. SPQR Optimo on the reverse, holding the scales of justice, and the cornucopia in the other hand. Very, very nice Trajan denarius, graded by NGC. Tough to beat. And then, as I showed earlier, I think have one more of these Commodus. Maybe we have more than just the one, but Commodus denarius, the Gladiator Emperor from 177 to 192. Alexander with the owl. We've got we have this owl coin, Owls of Arabia, which would have been in the same type. This is a quarter unit coin. But that's kind of all we have left at this stage. We sold like 5 owls today. Actually, maybe we have more. I don't know. Let's see. I sold one of these already. But again, you can see the owl right there. Arabia Felix of the Sabaeans. I think this is our last owl-themed item for today, actually. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to sell you guys. And sounds good, El Dude and the Gravy. We're going to try to get both shortly here. This one is a nice-looking Gallienus. We'll take a look. Is this a zoo type? It is. It's a zoo type. You have like an antelope on the back there. WX3201. Is that cool French stuff? I think it might be. Yeah, it's like a $27 French coin. Zoo type Gallienus. This one's also a zoo type Gallienus. Then we'll do the French one. But it's kind of really cute. It's like a really compact flan. Normally we wouldn't run for something for $22, but we will in this case. And then we'll do WX32, and then we'll do WY15. WY1511 is the request. Actually, I'm not sure what that coin is, so I'll be excited to find out. $24. We started them at 29 and sold them in the past. Nice medieval French states coin. WY1511. Oh, that one is a nice coin. These are sunk off the coast of Sri Lanka, and they were recovered. So these I have 300 of cost into, so I'm looking for like 379. This is a similar sea salvage Aurangzeb type. This one is a bit cheaper, probably like let's see, maybe 299 because it's an ICG, so it's a little cheaper. But yeah, ancient, or not ancient, but very old. Of course, Jesse. Mughal Empire of India, sea salvaged. The NGC seems to retain some premium though. So let's see what other. Oh, we do have some nice Romano-Gallic. Again, these are like 27 today. Elagabalus. Yeah, I think we have a little bit of Elagabalus stuff. I feel like we have. Yeah, I have an Elagabalus that would be like, I don't think too expensive, but also not super. Why don't we try this for 109? No sudden death. Light graffito. Ancient Roman provincial tetradrachms. Choice VF. Ancient Syria, modern day Turkey is where it would have minted, but obviously it was in the Roman Empire, so it could have gone over a vast range. And then here's a Salinina, a woman ruler. That's interesting. Maybe alongside Gallienus. $27. Sudden death. Denarius. We might have an Elagabalus denarius somewhere. Let me see. Oh yeah, we do. Basically, I'm just going to price it off what the cheapest eBay comp would be. Big chunky copper or bronze. I feel like there's got to be some. Let me just think about it. Let me also first take care of this denarius. The cheapest on eBay is one that I am selling on eBay. I think this one is nicer than that. That is a $94 start. This one would be a $84 start. But it's funny. No sudden death. Elagabalus denarius. Nice and lustrous. But also has definitely seen some circulation. Let me see what I have in terms of others. I do have one other Salinina coin. That one's nice though. That's sharp. It's going to be at least... Oh, a very pretty reverse too. This one is like a $29 start. At least. Super sharp obverse facing right. And then a nice reverse. Let's see. Tiffany's going to win that. We've got right here Claudius Gothicus, the ruler after. He was only in place for a small amount of time. Yeah, Claudius II, double denarius. WX 9005. I think that might have already sold the gravy. I'm seeing a bunch of similar ones all around it. And I would say like maybe like a 10-20 minute warning or so. No sudden death. This one should bid, well, we'll see where it will bid, but absolutely beautiful 1735 French copper jeton with fantastic style. A couple different dates that we had represented as well. Really, really nice. Congrats. That was right around where I probably would have gone. We'll start this one for, I think this one has maybe a little less eye appeal than the previous, but you could see it bidding. Oh, actually, no, it's a different type, though, so it's just a different ball game. 1715 is the date on this one. With two birds flanking. And then we can do one more of these. Then I do want to get back to some of those nice, beautiful encapsulated coins, because we have a couple of some posthumous types as well that I'm excited for. Very similar, but a different date. Nice win for the gravy. And then this is what's cool about these, is that these are posthumous struck, so you can see an altar where Claudius presumably is buried. But you can see posthumous Divo Claudio, and then you have an altar commemorating his death. I don't know that I have tons more, honestly. We do have a couple of other rulers. Here's an Aurelian. I want to run through them. Oh, we also have some nice looking, or I don't know how nice looking they are. They're pretty worn, but we have some Menander Indo-Greek types. Aurelian is a conquering emperor. had a very solid legacy within the Roman Empire. Let's see. I mean, you can see the club on them reasonably well, but I wish it was a little bit clearer. Menander was one of the greats in the Bactrian Empire. There's the club, and then there's going to be an elephant. You can see the elephant head shape to the right. Should have a couple more bids. We'll see, though. You can never guarantee anything. I think that one's going to go for a solid price. I think I would have a couple more if people want them, but I guess they're also a little chunkier, but we'll probably start these for, there's the club, there's the front, at least like $12 or so. And yeah, we can do the, I think there's at least one King Philip. You can see the elephant trunk a lot clearer on that one. Very cool. Let's see, nice one. I think maybe we'll hold off of those. King Philip, yeah, I think we've got one of them. I think this is Littleton coin flips. It's quite a nice, I mean, it's like a nice worn example. Why don't we dollar start it? And King Philip, bronze of Macedonia. He was the father of Alexander the Great. As a hint, I would say this one has many, many, many more bids up, but we'll see. Can never guarantee anything. Very fun type. And yeah, I mean, powerful ruler. Alexander takes the throne at a very young age. I do think maybe type in hold to see. I'm almost positive there's some hold stuff, but I don't know exactly where it is. $29 is a good, I think, a very, justifiable. Was he poisoned or something? I forget exactly the story there. Let's see. Do we have any? We have some good eye appeal. Tetradrachms that I'd like to at least try. Great packs on the reverse of this one. Anything wearable? Let's see. Tetradrachms, very clear there with the beard. And that's that nice packs that I was referring to. Anything wearable? What would be wearable that we have here? Nothing is really coming to mind, honestly. Feel bad. Wish I had something. We do have some pretty. This one's a Severus Alexander. $49 start. Denarius, could see that one bidding well. WX9901. Yep, I'll caution those. So I have some cheaper Nepalese ones if you're looking for like budget. Those ones are really pretty, but actually I have a bunch of different rulers, so I'll show you the pricier. Actually, there's a good mix there. These are like $64 starts. And we have some that are like $29 starts. This is of Rana Bahadur Shah. Beautiful condition. I don't think I've even offered any from this group yet. Magnificent and also considerably older. You can tell the date is in the calendar right there. So 1787. And I could try, there's a couple, if you're looking for a date set, like this is the next year. Oh, actually, yeah. These are a bit harder to find. Considerably solid condition. And then we also have some other types. What's going on, USA Framped? Thunder Ken, what's going on? I like the profile pic. Sold a couple owls ourselves today. This one is going to be a slightly more modern one. If there's any requests, let me know. We're basically not totally wound down, but we're on our path to concluding tonight's offering. 0177, let's see. Sure. I think that's probably like a $49 coin. It's pretty worn, but I'd be happy to offer it. We got one more of these mohars. We can, and then I'll try some of the, the really nice ones, the older ones in great shape, which are I think it's that 64 level. There's not that many of them either. EJ is gonna win that one. Congrats. We've got this one here, the Nick Rhodes type. This one is $59. Maybe we could come down $5. But again, much older, and the level of detail on it definitely stands out. It's interesting with these like hammer strike coins, often the luster manifests slightly differently as well. This one's 1791 though, so dated far earlier. Here's the 1/6 Siglos. EG 2024. 1/6 Siglos, $49, no sudden death. Star Altar Obverse. Let me see what I can. Algabo Star Altar. No. Is it the tetradrachms? This might be Star Altar, but it's a pricier one because it's AU. Nice one for Jesse. Is this what you're looking for? Can't tell if it's fully an altar. It's definitely a star though. And I would basically discount it a little bit off eBay of an AU. What other coins might denarius. Let's see. Oh, actually I have a couple. Well, the nice thing is you can always look up the SKU number, and you can always look up the SKU number and then test that out. Like look in on NGC by doing an NGC cert lookup, because they take photos of every ancient coin that they grade. So we sold some of these earlier. I think we had the 84 start. We'll try 80 start on these two. AE Jentons sounds good. Cheap Augustus. Does it say, if you type in Augustus, are there any Augustus coins listed? We've sold a lot of these guys. A little bit rarer type, I agree. We sold a bunch of these. Some of them bid in a lot higher, but very pleasing early to mid 1700s. Ahmad Shah Bahadur. Rupees. AE Jentons. I think I have at least one of those. Maybe two. Let's see. Where can I find them? 39. 11. Oh yeah, 11. There's a couple. Now, they're not that cheap. But actually, no, we're getting in a bunch of Jentons in Texas on Monday. So definitely look out for them there. They may be a little less expensive too, like in the teens. Some Spielpfennig. Very interesting. 1714 Subditis Clemens. DMAC 039. And can you pair that with what the ruler is? For graded, it's helpful to have everything. Augustus. Those, the only ones that I'm seeing there, unfortunately, are like, you know, $350 to $400. There's one that's a halved coin, which is very interesting history. That could be interesting to call out. It's still like $39 or so. It's got a crocodile, but it was halved because I think there was a big split between Augustus and Agrippa. It was struck around 10 AD. You can see the crocodile clearly on the reverse, and then one of the side it would have been two heads facing away from each other. I think that one's missing J Dizzle. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, it's a shame. It would be a really cool coin. Well, it feels like it's been a great night. Let's see Marcus Aurelius Denarius. Denarius and NGC VF. The cheapest available is going to be $375. I'd offer this one for $289. Let's see if that sells. So way less expensive. Elagabalus NGC 039. Huh. Let me keep looking for this guy. I am not able to see that. Are you sure I didn't sell it already? Pontius Pilate, no. Yeah, and that one's listed and everything, DMAC? No, that one, I don't think that is in there. All right, let's do one more coin, and then we will call it. We'll make it a dollar start coin. And I may try to get back not too long from now, run another show. I think we've found a good potential one to go with. AD 4360. Nice little 3.5 hour show. Dollar start. Jesse Tay, thank you so much. Gravy will grab that one too in case there's any last minute requests. 55 05 35. Let's see. 55 05 35. That'd be fun to end on as well. This one, yeah, of course. More Christ follows in. I hope so. I have one guy who sometimes I'll buy him from. That's a great price, Gravy. And I guess we still have one more to do, but that one is a good one as well. I should be getting in a really nice mix of Chinese and Siamese gambling porcelain tokens, which I'm really excited for. This is Annam Vietnam 7 fan. For sure, Robert. If you hang around long enough, there's often some pretty solid deals. This one, I'm just going to go buck and go, see where it lands, and I'll be prepping. I think we may do it. I may have an auction this coming weekend. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe a quick one. But I think later, and I might also do one middle of the week this coming week. So great to see all of you. Let's find somebody friendly to raid, and we're excited at Treasure Town to get back into the swing of things. Let's